This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Line Bucks up the third baseline. Esquivel charging in. They're not going to have a play, and the Ducks are the champions of the Atlantic League here in 2012. Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks Northwell Health Southside Hospital pregame show.
We are live here at People's Bank Park in York, Pennsylvania. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight it is game 2 of a 3-game series and game 2 of a 7-game road trip for the Ducks as they take on the York Revolution. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action, and thank you so much for tuning in here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. Well, the Ducks began this road trip last night with the opener of the 3-game series against the York Revolution. Things were looking pretty good for most of the game. Ducks opened up a 2-0 lead early on, and even though they couldn't add to it, they were sitting ahead 2-1 going into the 7th. But ultimately, going to the 6th, I should say, but ultimately a home run tied it, and then a 5-run inning in the 7th for York propelled them to the series opening win, ending a brief 2-game losing skid for York. And the first place Revolution now tied with the Ducks in terms of the overall league standings with an identical 32-25 record, 1 game behind the Somerset Patriots, who lead the Liberty Division with a 33-24 record on the season. And the Ducks will look to pick up a win tonight and potentially move into a tie for first place in the Liberty Division, pending the result of Somerset's game this evening in New Britain against the Bees. Well, we'll start off here on the pregame show by recapping yesterday's contest. Ducks and the Revolution in the opener of the 3-game series. Long Island got out to an early lead when Phelan Lentini singled to right, stole second, moved to third on a bunt single by Delta Cleary Jr., and up came Ruben Gotay. Here's the 2-2. Gotay swings a ground ball to the left side. Fielded by Pounds. He goes to second for one, onto first, dugout. It's in time for a double play, but Phelan Lentini scores from third. And the Ducks have struck for the game's opening run. They lead it 1-0. So the Ducks getting the early lead, which is obviously important, but it could have been much more if not for the double play. Johnson would strike out. That would end that threat. Neither side scoring in the second, but again the Ducks had an opportunity when Cody Puckett opened the inning with a double, and they ended up having first and third later on with two out, but Matt Wessinger struck out swinging. In the third, though, Long Island would add to their lead. Lentini with his second hit of the game, then a single to center, moved to second on a balk, to third on a sacrifice bunt. Ruben Gotay would strike out for the second out of the inning, but Dan Johnson came up with a big two-out hit. 2-1. Johnson a line drive down the right field line, base hit. That'll get Lentini home from third easily. Johnson around first. He's digging for two. Here's the throw, and it's not in time. Dan Johnson with a two-out RBI double down the right field line, and the Ducks extend the lead to 2-0 in the third. So Dan Johnson coming up with a two-out RBI double, his 32nd run batted in of the year, gave the Ducks a 2-0 lead against Micah Owings, the right-hander for York. But meanwhile, Jack Snodgrass of the Ducks retired the first six hitters in order. But in the third, Jason Repko led off and hit a line drive solo home run that just cleared the wall in left center and put the Revolution on the board. They closed to within 2-1. Ducks went in order in the top of the fourth, and then in the bottom half of the fourth inning, Delta Cleary Jr. making another spectacular grab to open the inning. From this windup, the 1-1. Broken bat, pop up in the air to shallow center. Long run in for Delta Cleary Jr. He dives, and he makes another fantastic catch. Oh, Delta Cleary Jr. in the third inning yesterday made an unbelievable diving grab, full extension to rob Josh Whitaker of an RBI, likely extra base hit. And here tonight, robs Isaiah Tejeda of a leadoff single with a fantastic tumbling grab in center for the first out. Boy, is he playing some great defense since coming back into the lineup for the Ducks. So Delta Cleary Jr. with a tremendous grab. Again, all the positive feelings were on the Ducks side. And Jack Snodgrass was pitching very well going into the bottom of the sixth inning. He had retired 11 of 12 hitters after allowing the home run by Repko to lead off the third. But with two outs in the sixth and two strikes on Isaiah Tejeda, he would hit a solo home run over the wall in left center for his sixth home run of the year. It would go down as the last home run in Tejeda's York Revolution career for now, as today it was announced his contract was purchased by the Atlanta Braves organization. But Tejeda with the game-tying home run. And then in the seventh, after the Ducks got the leadoff man on in the top of the inning against Scott Rice, the former Duck, who was pitching his second inning of relief after two scoreless innings out of the bullpen, York would open the game and take the lead for good with a 5-run seventh inning to knock Jack Snodgrass from the game. Snodgrass had not gone more than 6 innings in his start this year, and Kevin Byers wanted him to get 7. Ultimately, just got 2/3 of an inning in that seventh inning. A leadoff walk to Andres Perez started it all, and then a one-out single by Brian Pounds put 2 on with 1 away. Jason Repko an RBI double to left. Josh Wilson a sac fly to center. Michael Rocket an RBI single to left. A wild pitch would move him to second. An infield single by Travis Witherspoon, and then a 2-run double by Tejeda, the last hit of his Revolution career for now. And so the Revolution, with 5 runs on 5 hits in the inning, took a 7-2 lead. The Ducks would go in order in the 8th against Luis Perdomo, and then in the 9th against former Duck Ricardo Gomez managed just a 1-out single by Mike Blank. Gomez would strike out the side, and the Revolution took it 7-2. Scott Rice with 2 innings of relief gets the win. He improves to 2-0 on the year. Jack Snodgrass, the loss, falls to 5-5, ending a streak of 5 straight quality starts for him and a streak of 11 straight starts for Ducks pitching, in which they had allowed 4 Ducks starting pitching, in which they had allowed 4 runs or less. The game took 2 hours and 34 minutes in front of a crowd of 2,449. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, I will sit down with yesterday's winner, former Duck Scott Rice, to talk about his brief time with the Ducks in 2008 and his journey to the big leagues when he joined the New York Mets in 2013.
Hi, this is manager Kevin Byers, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back at People's Bank Park as we get ready for tonight's game between the Long Island Ducks and the York Revolution. Scott Rice back here with the York, his second stint with the Revolution after previously playing in 2011 with York. Prior to that, began his Atlantic League career back in 2008 with the Long Island Ducks, and while there, pitched in 7 games as he was dealing with an arm injury. Ultimately found his way into the Dodgers organization with the Revolution in 2011, and by 2013 he had made the New York Mets spring training opening day roster out of spring training, becoming one of the 15 Ducks that have made it back to the major leagues. I caught up with Scott Rice before tonight's game. Scott, back here in the Atlantic League, a place where you had played in parts of 3 seasons with 3 different teams, how excited are you to be back here with one of those 3 teams in the York Revolution?
You know, as long as I've been playing baseball, it's great to still have a uniform. This is my 18th season, so I'm just excited to, be able to go out there and keep pitching.
You're a guy who had been in the minor leagues for so long, finally got up to the major leagues in 2013 when you made the opening day roster with the Mets. What was that feeling like for you?
You know, it was a obviously dream come true, and also it was a big monkey off my back as far as my career went. You know, it was a rocky road for a long time, so it was just so rewarding to be able to play in the major leagues, and to play in New York for the Mets was unbelievable. I mean, the market there, is, the biggest market in the world, so it was great to be able to be on that stage. Playing in that market in front of fans that are so passionate yet can be so critical about their team. When you took them out at Citi Field for the first time, did you have a few jitters running through you at that point? Yeah, definitely. I was trying as hard as I could to keep it in and to just, focus on the job I had, the task I had at hand, and it worked out well. I had a good first outing, and I kind of springboarded off of that. Yeah, that first season, a 3.71 ERA. You had 70-something games out of the bullpen. I think 73 that year. How important was it to you to be such a valued member of that bullpen and get to be an important piece of that pitching staff for Terry Collins and the Mets? I think wherever you are, you want to be part of the bullpen. You want to pitch late in games and games that matter. And so I was just fortunate that Terry had the confidence in me to run me out there as many times as he did. And so it was great. Obviously, you spent spring training with the Mets in 2013, 2014, and even in 2015, too. Getting to be with some of those key arms that are now members of that rotation, guys like DeGrom and Syndergaard and Matt Harvey, seeing those guys and playing on the same field at them, was that a surreal experience knowing how good they were at the time and how up-and-coming they were? Yeah, definitely. I don't think that a lot of them knew how good they were. I'd watched, I'd been around for so long. It was really fun to see their progression and see them, go from minor league guys to getting their call-ups and, go from wide-eyed, rookies to now just established veterans, and just watching them out there, is awesome. Being able to see the guys and my friends do well. And you being a veteran, did they ever come up to you at any point, talk to you, and try and get some pointers about different things that they could do, being that you had been in the game for so long? Yeah, some of them did. I know that Matz and I for sure have a really good relationship, and we talked a lot being lefties. So, we worked on, holding runners, and we talked about a lot of stuff like that. But, they're so good. I mean, they throw so hard and have such great stuff. They just got to go out there and command the strike zone. They're going to be fine. Speaking of Steven Matz, a Long Islander, you spent time with the Long Island Ducks back in 2008, the first of your 3 Atlantic League teams. Take me back to that time, getting your first opportunity in this league after suffering an injury the year before. Yeah, it was tough for me. Unfortunately, I didn't pitch very well for Long Island. I was trying to pitch through an injury that was misdiagnosed. So, my stint there was short, but, I loved it. I loved Long Island. It gave me a taste of, the New York market for when I was with the Mets. And you did get that first experience in the Atlantic League, get in the door in this league, then went on to play with Newark, and then here in York in 2011, where you found success and ultimately a contract with the Dodgers. Just how important has the Atlantic League been to you in your career with the way everything played out afterwards? I mean, it's been instrumental. I wouldn't be able to keep playing if Atlantic League wasn't around. It's it's a league that keeps growing, keeps getting better every year, and I'm just fortunate that I've had so many opportunities with different teams in this league. in 2011 when you were here with York, pitched very well, as we mentioned. You got a contract by the Los Angeles Dodgers organization. Once you found out you had gotten your contract purchased by the Dodgers, what was that emotion like, that feeling like for you, knowing all the rehab you went through with the injuries, the time you spent here in the Atlantic League ends up paying off?
Yeah, it was great. The hard work, and determination I had, really paid off. And I'm from Los Angeles, so being signed by the Dodgers was a dream come true as well. So it was a great experience.
Now you've been to the major league level, 2 years with the Mets, back here in the Atlantic League after getting that taste of the big leagues, even though you are a veteran at this point. How much more drive does it give you at this point in your career to get back to that level?
Definitely, it's the steps necessary to take. Before it was a road that I wasn't really sure upon. So now I know, if I go out here, I've gotten out of this league before and I've gotten signed, I've gotten to the big leagues. So, now I just got to follow the same path.
Well, Scott, congratulations on being one of the many Atlantic League success stories of being here in this league and making it up to the major league level, and best of luck here in your second stint with York.
All right, great, thank you.
That is former Long Island Ducks pitcher, now a member of the York Revolution, Scott Rice, who made it back to the major leagues in 2013 with the Mets after spending time previously with the Ducks, the Newark Bears, and the York Revolution. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the pitching matchup for tonight's game, and then we'll have the starting lineups and first pitch.
Hi, this is Bud Harrelson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
That was Taylor Williams with our national anthem here tonight at Peoples Bank Park. A terrific job, and we're just about ready for baseball tonight. Ducks will send right-hander Mark Blackmar to the mound, the Atlantic League leader in earned run average at 1.93 through 10 starts this year. He is 4-1 for Long Island, coming off back-to-back starts in which he went 7 innings and allowed 2 runs or less. Took no decisions in both, but Long Island has won each of his last 4 starts and has only lost 2 of his starts this year. So they will send Blackmar to the mound against righty Matt Neal for the Revolution, who is 1-0 with a 4.06 ERA through 9 games, 8 of them starts this season. He took a no decision his last time out as well. That was last Wednesday in Somerset when he gave up 3 runs, 2 earned on 8 hits and 4 walks over 5 innings while striking out 3, but did pitch 7 innings of 1-run ball here on Thursday, June 9th, allowing just 4 hits and no walks while striking out 3. Ducks, though, managed to tie the game late and then win it in the 9th to give him a no decision. Revolution have lost each of Neal's last 3 starts. Starting lineup tonight for the Long Island Ducks, it'll be Phelan Lentini leading things off. He is the right fielder. Delta Cleary Jr. bats second and plays center field. The 3-hitter is the second baseman Ruben Gotay, and in the cleanup spot is Dan Johnson at first base. Batting 5th at third base is Cody Puckett. Mike Dowd will do the catching tonight in bat 7th. Hitting 6th, Hitting 7th is the designated hitter Mike Blank. Anthony Vega in left field will bat 7th, and Matt Wessinger, the shortstop, rounds out the order. Meanwhile, for the Revolution, Travis Witherspoon leads off. He is the center fielder, with Isaiah Tejeda having his contract purchased by the Atlanta Braves today. Jason Repko moves up to the number 2 spot and plays left field. Joel Guzman, the DH, hits third. Back in the lineup is the first baseman Telvin Nash in the cleanup spot of the order. Michael Burgess in right field bats 5th. Brian Pounds is at third base hitting 6th. Keith Castillo will do the catching, the former Duck, hitting 7th. Josh Wilson is at shortstop batting 8th. And rounding out the order is the second baseman, and that is Michael Rocket. So there's a look at the starting lineup of the pitching matchup. We're ready to go here on a beautiful, albeit hot and humid Tuesday night. And the first pitch of the game is a breaking ball upstairs. We're underway about 6:33 p.m. here in central Pennsylvania. Righty-righty matchup to kick things off. And the 1-0 to Lentini is a breaking ball again. It misses low and outside. And the count quickly 2-0 on the leadoff hitter. Very light breeze blowing out to center field. Not much to speak of, though. Neal's 2-0. And Lentini takes a strike on the outside corner this time. The count will go to 2-1. Lights not on, mostly sunny skies up above as the sun sets beyond the third base stands. And a good crowd on hand here for this Tuesday night ball game. 2-1. Breaking ball misses down in the dirt. And Lentini goes ahead at 3 balls and a strike, coming in at .333 on the season with 4 homers and 31 runs batted in. He has had a great start to his year. Very likely could be an Atlantic League All-Star in a couple weeks in Lancaster. 3-1 from Neal. Lentini, a ground ball to the left side past the diving try of the third baseman Brian Pounds. And Lentini is on with a leadoff single. Got on with a base hit to start off last night's game, and the Ducks get their speedster on to begin. Lentini with 18 stolen bases on the year, third most in the Atlantic League, and leads the league in stolen base percentage with an SBP of .947. Just one time he's been caught stealing, so we'll see if the Ducks get him in motion early. Had 2 steals yesterday, did Lentini, including in the first inning. Neal comes set, working out of the stretch, and he'll deal to the plate. Cleary Jr. squares to bunt, takes up high for a ball. A snap throw to first by Castillo. Only problem was the first baseman Telvin Nash was in tight to guard against the bunt, so even though he got it before Lentini got back to the bag, he was nowhere near the bag to tag Lentini. So it'll be a 1-0 coming up from Neal. Cleary Jr. a switch hitter from the left side. Long look into the plate now, deals. Cleary Jr. squares to bunt, takes another fastball upstairs. And he goes ahead in the count at 2-0. These two teams with identical 32-25 records. Revolution in first place in the Freedom Division by 2.5 games. 2-0. There's a strike on the outside corner. Cleary Jr. had squared to bunt, but ended up taking the pitch. Sugarland with a loss today, so York now 2.5 up on both Sugarland and Lancaster. Meanwhile, the Ducks are still a game back of the Somerset Patriots in the Liberty Division of first place. Neal with a 2-1. Cleary Jr. squares, bunts it to the back to the mound. Neal will field. He'll throw to first in time for the out. Michael Rocket, the second baseman, covering on the play. So the sacrifice successful for Delta Cleary Jr., as he does almost every time the leadoff man gets on. His 7th sacrifice bunt of the year. Put out will go 1-4 with Rocket covering at first base. Lentini goes to second, and the Ducks with a runner in scoring position and 1 man out. Defensively tonight for the Revolution, Jason Repko is in left field, Travis Witherspoon in center, Michael Burgess in right. On the infield, it's Brian Pounds, the third baseman. Josh Wilson is at short. Michael Rocket, the second baseman. Telvin Nash is at first. Keith Castillo doing the catching behind home plate. And on the mound is Matt Neal. From the stretch, his first pitch to Ruben Gotay. Kicks and fires. Gotay will take a fastball strike over the outside corner. It's 0-1. Gotay, the switch hitting second baseman, batting from the left side, enters at .293 on the season. 3 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Neal looks in for the sign, now is ready to go. Lentini takes his lead at second. And the 0-1. Down in the dirt, this one will kick away from Castillo and head back to the backstop on the first base side. To third goes Lentini. We'll see how it is scored. Likely a wild pitch, but either way, the Ducks with a runner at third and 1 away. So the Ducks now with a runner at third and 1 out, meaning that a fly ball here from Gotay could plate the game's first run. Neal gets the sign and comes set. Here's his 1-1. Gotay takes a breaking ball. That misses inside. So he goes ahead in the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Ducks scored a run in the first inning yesterday when Cleary Jr. had singled with a bunt after Lentini singled and stole second base, and Gotay a double play ball. Here Gotay hits a high pop-up foul back behind the plate. So go over our head and out of play upstairs. So now the count even at 2-2. They did indeed rule a wild pitch. That allowed Lentini to go to third. For Neal, that is his 5th wild pitch of the year. Here comes a 2-2. Kicks and fires, and Gotay takes upstairs. Looked like a fastball from the right-hander. That'll run the count full. With Dan Johnson waiting in the on-deck circle for Long Island. Middle infielders playing back. The corner infielders about halfway. Here's the payoff pitch from Neal, and Gotay takes a fastball inside for ball 4. So Neal, I guess, is asking where the pitch was from Brian DeBrouwer, the home plate umpire. Didn't know if it was inside or low. But it was close. Either way, Gotay draws the walk. It's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. So with runners at first and third and only 1 out, here is Dan Johnson, who drove in a run yesterday with an RBI. A 2-out double in the 3rd inning yesterday. We'll see if he can pick up another here in the 1st inning tonight. Neal from the stretch and his first pitch. Johnson takes the fastball and misses inside. Neal having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone in the early going. And the count goes to 1-0. 16 pitches thus far and only 6 of them for strikes. 1-0 from Neal. And Johnson swings and lines one down the right field line, base hit. Easily scoring is Lentini. Around second, heading for third is Gotay. Johnson is going to stop at first. It's a base hit and an RBI to right for Dan Johnson. The Ducks strike first, and they lead it 1-0. Very similar looking to the double yesterday, but a good job by Michael Burgess to cut it off and prevent Johnson from going to second. For the Ducks, first baseman, his 33rd run batted in of the year. For Lentini, his league-leading 46th run. And the Ducks have the early advantage and still runners at the corners with 1 out for Cody Puckett. Neal ready to go. And his first pitch to Cody Puckett is a breaking ball that misses high and outside, 1-0. Neal seemingly falling behind in the count to almost every hitter in this inning. Puckett enters at 287 on the year with 5 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Puckett swings and fouls one straight back to the screen. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. We mentioned Brian DeBrouwer is the home plate umpire. Joining him on the base pass tonight are Brian Miller, who is over at first base, and Dan Ratajski, who is around at third. Neal is ready. The runners lead from the corners with 1 out. The 1-1 popped up again, foul behind the plate. This will go over our head and out of play. And it caroms back down below. Hopefully everybody is all right. A couple fans with an O scream that are out in front of us on this deck out here in front of home plate, in front of the press box. It landed out in front of the deck, and hopefully everybody all right in the stands. Here's the 1-2. Neal kicks and fires, and Puckett will swing and foul this one off to the first base side out of play. Lots of fans who sit down below behind home plate, they think they're safe because they're behind the screen, but here, especially in minor league ballparks, on those foul balls that go up behind home plate, oftentimes will hit off the roof or roll back off the roof or off the front of the suite level and come right back down below. You got to keep a heads up if you want to get one of those souvenirs and stay safe. So another 1-2 pitch from Neal to Puckett. Kicks and fires, and Puckett will swing and lift it foul again, first base side. Been behind on some of these fastballs, but fighting off several tough pitches. Able to stay alive in the count. And Neal already up over 20 pitches here in this first inning. Still only 1 out, and the Ducks with a 1-0 lead. Gotay leads at third, Johnson at first. Another 1-2 pitch. Neal delivers, and Puckett swings and fouls it back to the backstop. Fighting off tough pitch after tough pitch. For Matt Neal, this is start number 9 on the season, his 10th appearance, and enters at 1-0 with a 4.06 ERA. 19 walks on the season to just 16 strikeouts, and does have a tendency to give up a lot of hits, 47 of them in 37 and 2/3 innings. Has allowed 2 already along with a run, and now taking a long time getting on the same page with Keith Castillo, and it's going to be an adjustment for the Revolution pitchers. They don't have the reliable Isaiah Tejeda behind home plate, so they have to adjust now with Castillo behind the dish. Another 1-ball, 2-strike offering, and Puckett will swing and miss, strike 3, cutting through a breaking ball down low. So Puckett is retired. That's the second out of the inning. And with 2 away, that'll leave it up to the Ducks catcher, Mike Dowd. Well, one issue for the Ducks in last night's game that prevented them from getting a win potentially was that they had some big opportunities early in the game against Micah Owings to build a good solid lead to entrust to Jack Snodgrass in the bullpen, and unfortunately they were only able to get a couple of single-run innings. First pitch here to Mike Dowd, and he takes the fastball up high for ball 1. They got a run in the first on a double play after getting runners at first and third with nobody out. Missed out after a leadoff double in the second by Puckett, and got just 1 run in the third after a leadoff single by Lentini. 1-0, and a high pop-up in the air to shallow right by Dowd. Michael Rocket, the second baseman, out onto the outfield grass, making the call. He makes the catch, and the side retired. So the Ducks manage a run, but nothing further. 2 hits in the inning and a walk, no errors, and 2 left on base. And after a half inning of play, the Ducks are in front 1-0 with the Revolution coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is outfielder and bench coach Lou Ford, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Well, we go on to the bottom half of the first inning with the Long Island Ducks having a 1-0 lead over the York Revolution. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up again this season to present the Walks with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation, Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. So once again, for the second straight night, the Ducks get a run in the first inning. Could have had a chance for more, but they'll certainly take the 1-0 lead. And now they entrust it to Mark Blackmore, the starter for Long Island. An Atlantic League leader in earned run average coming in at just 1.93. He has been everything and more for the Ducks thus far here in 2016, and he'll take the mound for his first inning of work tonight against Travis Witherspoon, Jason Repko, and Joel Guzman, the 3 due up in the inning. First pitch on the way, and he takes a fastball strike, does Travis Witherspoon. And the count goes to 0-1. Witherspoon, the center fielder, recently acquired in a trade from the Lancaster Barnstormers. 0-1 is hit on the ground towards the middle, and it's going to end up sneaking through for a base hit. Ducks have to get to it quickly. Witherspoon has good speed, and Cleary Jr. does. To fire it back in Matt Wessinger, the shortstop, was shaded over towards the left side of the infield, thinking that Witherspoon would pull and hit it through the left side. But he ended up hitting a slow roller up the middle, where if Wessinger was playing in his normal position, would have easily had that for the first out. But the Ducks playing him to pull, and it didn't work out. One of those times where the shift doesn't work. And here Repko squares to bunt, bunts it foul at the third base line. So the count will go to 0-1. So a lot of people who entrust themselves to that shift. The Barnstormers employed a big-time shift for Dan Johnson last weekend, where they had the second baseman out in shallow right field, a shortstop on the first base side of second, leaving the third baseman as the only fielder on the left side. We haven't really seen that much in the league. Throw over to first by Blackmar, and back safely is the runner Travis Witherspoon. They're going to call a balk here on Blackmar. Brian Miller, the first base umpire, called a balk on Mark Blackmar. The Ducks had no idea what he did, and now Kevin Baez is out of the dugout. That is the 10th balk called against Long Island Ducks pitching this year. And it seems to me like the umpiring crews in the Atlantic League this year are paying a lot more attention to it and calling way more balks than I have ever seen here in the Atlantic League. But Todd Coffey, who said after the game over the weekend that he had pitched against New Britain, where he was called for a balk, said he had never balked in his life before that. Meanwhile, Brian Miller calls a balk here. Mike Dowd is now discussing it over with the first base umpire, Brian Miller, and does not agree with the call. Neither does Kevin Baez, and now he's going to head back toward the third base dugout. So now Witherspoon is the runner at second base on the balk. And the count remains 0-1 on Jason Repko. From the stretch, Blackmar ready. Kicks and fires. Repko squares to bunt and takes the ball down low. Leaving things up at 1-1. Repko this year has laid down 2 sacrifice bunts and comes in hitting .274 on the season with 4 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Blackmar gets the sign and comes set. Here's the 1-1. Fastball misses low and outside. And the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Repko. So we'll see if the Revolution continue to employ the bunt sign for Repko to try and get the runner to third with less than 2 outs. Cody Puckett playing it on the grass at third, just barely. Johnson right behind the grass at first. Ruben Gotay, the second baseman, is shaded up the middle. Slowly creeping in towards second base. Here's the pitch. 2-1 is a fastball strike. Repko did not square. Right over the outside corner. That'll even things up at 2-2. So now you have to think with 2 strikes, the bunt sign probably off on Repko. Travis Witherspoon, 8 steals in 11 attempts this season. Takes his lead at second base, nobody out. And the 2-2 on the way from Blackmar. Repko takes down low. This is going to scoot away from Mike Dowd and go back to the backstop. And on to third base goes Witherspoon. So Long Island, after taking the early 1-0 lead, has allowed a single, a balk moving the runner to second base. A wild pitch or a pass ball here. We'll wait and see what the official ruling is on it. Moves the runner to third. And now it'll be a 3-2 pitch coming up to Jason Repko. Here comes the pitch, and Repko checks his swing. A breaking ball. They appeal to first, and no swing, says Brian Miller. So it'll be a no-out walk, issued to Jason Repko. First walk of the ball game. They did rule a wild pitch that got Witherspoon to third. And now all of a sudden, York with runners at first and third, nobody out for Joel Guzman, the designated hitter. So Mark Blackmar in an early pickle here and cannot let the ball call affect him and let him take it out of his rhythm of what he's doing. Blackmar this year entering tonight's start just 18 walks in 16 1/3 innings with 35 strikeouts. First pitch on the way to Guzman, and he swings and lifts it foul over the screen back behind home plate. Count goes to 0-1. Blackmar enters with a 4-1 record and a 1.93 ERA through 10 starts. He has pitched absolutely like an all-star this year. has gone 7 innings in back-to-back starts, combining to allow just 3 runs in the 2 starts. Now an 0-1. Kicks and fires, and Guzman fouls it off again at the first base side, out of play. And a big reason why you don't want to let guys like Witherspoon and Repko get on are because of the 3, 4, and 5 hitters that the Revolution have. Arguably the best 3, 4, 5 combo in the Atlantic League with Joel Guzman, Telvin Nash, and Michael Burgess. They pack a lot of pop. Combined have 25 home runs between them so far this year. Blackmar ahead 0-2 though. And the kick and the pitch to Guzman is a fastball that misses inside. It works the count even at 2 balls and 2, or runs the count to 1-2, excuse me. Ducks are in their road gray jerseys here tonight. After wearing the orange uniforms last night, Revolution in the home whites yet again. The 1-2, breaking ball fouled over the screen behind the plate. So Guzman fights off another, and the Revolution are now making Blackmar work for his outs, which he's still looking for his first. Travis Witherspoon, the runner at third, singling, moving to second on a balk, to third on a wild pitch. And Repko at first after the walk, following Witherspoon's single. 1-2. Blackmar deals, and Guzman swings, and hits a ground ball down the left field line. Nice grab by Yuri De La Rosa in the Ducks bullpen, keeping the count at 1-2. Revolution looking to maintain their lead in the Freedom Division standings, 2.5 games up. And after tonight, they'll have just 12 games to go in the half. 1-2 pitch from Blackmar, deals to the plate. Guzman swings and misses, strike 3. Dowd faked the snap throw to first. Big first out there for Mark Blackmar as he gets the strikeout of Guzman. So 1 away in the first, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Telvin Nash. Defensive lineup tonight for the Ducks features Anthony Vega in left field, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and Phelan Lentini around and right. On the infield from left to right, it's Cody Puckett at third, Matt Wessinger at short, Ruben Gottheim the second baseman, and Dan Johnson over at first. Behind home plate doing the catching is Mike Dowd. And on the mound is the right-hander Mark Blackmar. 24 years old, out of Corpus Christi, Texas. First pitch coming up in this righty-righty matchup. Blackmar deals, and Nash will take a fastball just inside. And so the count goes to 1-0. Nash, a dangerous hitter, 13 home runs on the season, 26 RBIs, the 13 homers, leading the Atlantic League. Has batted .271. 1-0. And Nash taking again inside on a fastball. So Blackmar behind at 2-0, a dangerous pitch coming up with the man at the plate. Nash is also the Atlantic League leader in strikeouts, 78 of them on the year. So sometimes he's an all or nothing guy. He either hits the ball a long way or doesn't hit it at all. Good hitters count, the 2-0. Nash swings away and fouls it off down the right field line. 2-1. There's been a plane circling above the ballpark here, pregame and now during the game. It's got a message on the back, I believe a political advertisement, saying Senator Scott Wagner taking a baseball bat to working families, so that has drawn the attention of the crowd here. Witherspoon leads from third, Repko from first with 1 away. 2-1 from Blackmar, and Nash swings and misses. Good fastball diving down and in. It's one thing that Kevin Bias has said a lot about Mark Blackmar, has a heavy ball, meaning that it's very hard for hitters to get too many good swings on it. You get a lot of ground balls with him on the mound. And we'll see if he tries to throw a sinker here with two strikes, 2 balls and 1 out. Try and get a swing and a miss or a ground ball to turn 2. 2-2 on the way. Blackmar kicks and deals, and Nash swings and misses, strike 3, and there's that sinker down in the zone. Got Nash to chase, back-to-back strikeouts with 2 on. And that'll leave it up to the right fielder, Michael Burgess. So big pitching from Blackmar thus far. With runners at first and third, nobody out, he has struck out the first 2/3 of the dangerous 3-4-5 combo. And now he's got the right fielder, Michael Burgess, coming to the plate from the left side. Blackmar gets the side from down and comes set, still working out of the stretch. His first pitch, and Burgess a swing and a foul tip that caught Mike Dowd, and the bat went all the way out towards second base. That was one of those very bizarre scenes there. I don't know if the bat broke or if he just lost the handle on it, but I think it's okay. I don't think it broke. Maybe it did, because it looks like Burgess is heading back towards the dugout, or maybe just to get some more pine tar, but usually you see the bat sometimes go out if he swings and misses, and I guess here, swung at it, fouled a piece of it off, and the bat went flying out towards Ruben Gotay at second. Fortunately not hitting him. And after all that, the count is 0-1. Burgess went to the dugout to get some more stickum to put on his hands to get his grip on the bat a little bit better. He does not use batting gloves. Might have been a fresh bat with a smooth handle that just didn't have a good grip on. Now he's ready. Blackmar is too. And the 0-1 pitch swung on and fouled over the screen back behind the plate. So Blackmar has gotten ahead of Burgess, 0-2, and is one strike away from stranding 2 on here in the bottom of the first inning. Ducks have a 1-0 lead on the Dan Johnson RBI single in the first. And Mark Blackmar trying to keep it that way after allowing the first 2 to reach. Right-hander gets the sign and comes set. The runners lead from the corners with 2 down, and the 0-2 pitch is swung on and line foul down the right field line. Burgess with excellent contact on that pitch and hammered it foul. Way out in front, another 0-2 coming. They got Telvin Nash to chase the sinker down low, and ahead 0-2, you can expand the zone a bit, but you have to be careful throwing down low because of the runner at third base. Didn't seem to phase Blackmar, though, against Nash. Here comes another 0-2. Righty kicks and deals, and Burgess takes the breaking ball that misses outside. That'll up the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blackmar, 24 years old. First season with the Ducks after spending 4 years in the Orioles organization and 1 in the White Sox organization. And thus far has made himself known among the Atlantic League with how he has pitched. Here comes his 1-2 to Burgess. Kicking the pitch. Burgess swings, pops it up. Foul, third base side. This will go out of play. And Burgess battling with Blackmar here to try and keep the inning alive for York. Home plate is in the shadows while most of the pitcher's mound is in the sun still. When it comes out of the pitcher's hand, it is still in the sun, so it's a little bit more difficult for the hitter. Another 1-2. Blackmar's pitch. Breaking ball hit high in the air to deep right field. Lentini turns and watches this one go over the fence. You can forget it. A 2-strike, 3-run home run with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning by Michael Burgess. Now the Ducks' lead is gone. It is the Revolution now in front, 3-1. So Burgess will come to home plate. The cannon will go off. There it goes. And what a tough home run to give up as Blackmar tried to throw the sinker and left it up and out over the plate. And Michael Burgess, a guy who can certainly hit it out. His 4th home run of the year. And York now in front by 2 at 3-1. RBIs 12, 13, and 14 for Burgess in a Revolution uniform. First pitch here to Brian Pounds is in for a strike. And the count 0-1. York leading the Atlantic League this year with 60 home runs now on the season. And that is what they can do. They can strike quickly. First pitch here, the 0-1 here misses high and inside. That'll even the count at 1-1. So 2 hits and a walk in the inning. And Blackmar almost got out of trouble, but could not get the 3rd strike against Burgess. Give him credit. He battled back, was able to keep the at-bat alive, and then hit the home run. 1-1 here is hit on the ground weakly to the first base side of the mound. Past Blackmar. He's able to get it, and backhand flips it to first. Nice play by Blackmar, who had to field it after it had gotten past him, and he still was able to make the play for the final out of the inning. But the Revolution take the lead as they get 3 runs on 2 hits and a walk. The 2-out, 2-strike. 3-run home run by Michael Burgess. The base is left empty. We head to the second, and York leads it 3-1.
Hi, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, the good feelings from the top of the first where the Ducks scored a run and take a 1-0 lead have been evaporated as Michael Burgess hits a 2-out, 2-strike, 3-run home run over the right field wall to give the Revolution a 3-1 lead against Mark Blackmar. And that is going to send us to the second inning. Matt Neal back to the mound, and that's where the Ducks, who had 2 on with 1 out in that first inning, a chance to open up the lead and could not do so, and that comes back to bite them. So we go to the second, and it'll be Mike Blank to lead off, followed by Anthony Vega and Matt Wessinger, bottom 3 in the order. And as we head to the second, it's also time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Mike Blank to the plate. He takes a strike over the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Blank hitting .245 on the year with 5 home runs and 24 runs batted in. Neal's 0-1, and that's down to the dirt, taken for a ball to even the count. Well, today Dan Lyons and Lou Ford were on the field for the Ducks, taking part in batting practice before the game. That is good news to see them involved in baseball activities. The 1-1, Blank swings, hits a tapper up the third baseline, foul. Now 1-2 on the Ducks' designated hitter. No official date yet on their returns. But I think the hope is that Dan Lyons, who's on the inactive list with a hamstring injury, might be able to return during the road trip. Lou Ford, who's on the DL with a hamstring injury, maybe during the next homestand. Blank takes a breaking ball low and outside, 2-2. That begins on Monday against this same Revolution team, whom the Ducks will play tomorrow night, and then 4 more games to start next week, the final week of the first half. But again, no official word. That could change. 2-2. Fastball just missed the outside corner. A good take by Blank, who was about to swing, but was able to hold off, so the count full at 3-2. It'll be Blank, Vega, and Wessinger in the inning. Neal shakes off Castillo. Now he's ready. Payoff pitch on the way, and Blank swings it. It's a ground ball to the left side, off the glove of a diving Brian Pounds and into left center field. Blank's going to stop at first as Repko runs in and fires it back to the second baseman. So Mike Blank with a leadoff single in the second inning. And for the Ducks, their third hit of the night. Good effort by Brian Pounds. Full extension dive to his left, but it hit off of the end of his glove and ricocheted past the shortstop Wilson, who was going over into the hole to try and field it. And it trickled down in the left center. So now Anthony Vega will come to the plate with 1 on and nobody out. Pounds creeping in at third on the grass. First pitch, Vega does not square, and he cuts through a fastball for strike 1. Meanwhile, on the disabled list also for the Ducks is Sean Burrows and Tyler Colvin. Sean Burrows with the shoulder soreness and Colvin with a leg injury. No timetable yet on their return. Now the 0-1. On the ground towards second. Rocket picks it up, goes to short for 1, back to first, not in time. 4-6 fielder's choice, hit into by Anthony Vega. And with his speed, not hit hard enough to get the double play. So Blank retired at second base on the 4-6 putout. Vega reaches at first. 1 on, 1 out for Matt Wessinger. Revolution currently have 2 players who are out on the inactive list. Check that. Now that I look at the roster again, they have 4, but I don't believe anything is injury related. I think it's all just space maneuvering to make sure that they have the players they want on the active roster. There goes Vega for second. Pitch is taken up high. The throw to second not in time as Vega slides in under the tag of Rocket. That is number 12 in the stolen base department for Anthony Vega this year. Kevin Baez getting him in a scoring position quickly. It's now 12 of 14. The count of 1-0 on Matt Wessinger, the shortstop and 9-hitter, coming in at .214 on the season. Vega leads from second. The 1-1 from Neal, and Wessinger takes a fastball up high. Michael Click, Mike McClendon, Tony Pena, and James Simmons are all out on the inactive list. All pitchers. But again, I think that's just to have as many arms as possible in the bullpen. 2-0 the count. Vega dancing off second. Neal a long look back there. And out time is called. There's one thing the Ducks certainly do well, and that is use their speed to their advantage. They have a lot of speed in their lineup with Lentini, Cleary Jr., who is now back, and Anthony Vega leading the way in that department. 2-0 pitch. Wessinger takes up high and now ahead 3 balls and no strikes against Matt Neal. And he is looking to get on base as the tying run with Lentini waiting in the on-deck circle. So Vega will lead at second base. Neal gets the sign and comes set. Have to think Wessinger takes here at 3-0. Pitch on the way. Does take. And takes a strike over the outside corner. Looked like a fastball. So that'll run the count to 3-1. Wessinger is the K-man tonight, so fans chanting breadsticks, trying to win Little Caesars crazy breadsticks if he strikes out. 3-1 on the way, and Wessinger pops it up on the middle of the infield. The second baseman, Michael Rocket, right near the bag, will make the catch. So after getting ahead 3-0, Matt Wessinger ends up popping out to second base. And now 2 away for Phelan Lentini. Well, we've talked about it a little bit of late. The Ducks going 5-2 on the homestand and lost the series opener here last night, so they are 5-3 in their last 8 games, and that is most important, is finding ways to win. But in those 8 games after the 14-run outburst on Sunday, June the 12th, against Southern Maryland, Ducks are averaging just over 3 runs a game. The offense has certainly cooled a little bit over the last week plus. Even though they have gotten Delta Cleary Jr. back into the lineup, still missing some key pieces in Lyons, Ford, Burrows, and Colvin. First pitch on the way. Lentini will take a fastball that is on the outside corner for strike 1. Lentini thought it was a little far outside. The count 0-1. Lentini, who had 2 hits and 4 at-bats last night, a single and a run scored in the opening inning of tonight's game. And trying to get Vega in from second base to close the gap, which is now at 3-1 in favor of the Revolution. Long looking for the sign here from Matt Neal. Now he's ready. Here comes an 0-1 pitch. Kicks and fires, and Lentini a ground ball to first. Gobbled up there by Telvin Nash. He'll take it to the bag himself. And the side retired in the second. Ducks get a leadoff single, but nothing further. They leave 1 more on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and it's the Revolution 3 and the Ducks 1.
Hi, this is shortstop Dan Lyons. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheDannyLyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Bottom of the second inning as the Long Island Ducks trail the York Revolution by a count of 3-1. Ducks fans, there's no better time than right now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under can receive exciting gifts, get discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825. So Michael Burgess' home run with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the bottom half of the first inning is the difference in the game. Revolution have a 3-1 advantage. And as we go to the second, Keith Castillo, the former Duck, will lead things off. Switch hitter batting from the left side. And the first pitch is a fastball taken low for ball 1. Castillo at 273 on the year with 2 home runs and 14 runs batted in. We'll see a significant increase in playing time as he swings and fouls off a 1-0. Isaiah Tejeda, the primary catcher, who was among the best hitters in the Atlantic League thus far this season. Having his contract purchased today by the Braves, he heads to Advanced Day, Carolina, becoming the 25th Atlantic League player this year to have his contract purchased. Here Castillo, a bullet line drive to deep center. Back goes Cleary Jr., and he's able to make the catch. So Castillo put a charge into one in center on a hard liner, but Cleary Jr. with his speed able to catch up to it for the first out. That'll bring the shortstop Josh Wilson up to the plate. By the way, the homer Blackmar gave up just his 4th home run allowed this year. And give credit to Burgess where credit is due. He fouled off several tough pitches from Blackmar to keep the at-bat alive. And Blackmar hung a pitch up in the zone, and Burgess did what he usually does with it. First pitch to Josh Wilson is taken low for ball 1. The shortstop, an 8-hitter, 266 hitter this season, and has 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Blackmar gets the sign, winds and fires, and the 1-0 is taken inside for ball 2. Blackmar also had to throw upwards of 20 pitches in that first inning. So if he wants to give the Ducks some length tonight, we'll have to get his pitch count down over these next few innings. The 2-0, and Wilson, it's a high fly ball in the air to right center, fairly well hit. Cleary Jr. tracks back and makes the catch out in front of the warning track in right center field. 2 deep fly balls to center by Castillo and Wilson. And with 2 outs in the second inning, that'll leave it up to the second baseman, Michael Rocket. Now again, there's only 12 games remaining in the first half after today for the Ducks. Again, sitting just a game back in the division, but do not own the tiebreaker with Somerset, so almost like it's 2 back. As the first pitch here misses low to Rocket for ball 1. And Long Island will play 1 more here against York, go to Bridgeport for 4. As the 1-0 is a breaking ball nicely thrown in for a strike. Evens the count at 1. Ducks swept a 3-game set from the Bluefish in Bridgeport earlier this year. 1-1 on the way. Fouled off the top of the screen. Looked like it was heading over and just caught the top of it. So Rocket now behind at 1-2. Then the Ducks will head back home. They will face the same Revolution for 4 games at Bethpage Ballpark. Their first visit of the year to Long Island. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blackmar blew the fastball by him for his 3rd strikeout. And that'll end the inning. Then the Ducks will close out the half with 3 at home against Sugar Land. 2 complete here tonight at Peoples Bank Park. It is the Revolution leading it 3-1 over the Ducks.
Hey fans, this is infielder Sean Burrows, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Well, the Ducks will return home, as we mentioned, on Monday, June 27th. They will open up a 4-game series against the York Revolution. It'll be the first Monday home game of the year, which means it's our first La Vida Massage Monday, a brand new weekly promotion for this season. Free massages will be available on the concourse, and a lucky fan will take home a special massage package, courtesy of La Vida Massage of Smithtown, the Ducks' official massage and skin therapy partner. First pitch here to Delta Cleary Jr. misses up high for ball one. It's also the 10th annual Health Night presented by Northwell Health, and the first 3,000 fans in attendance will take home commemorative t-shirts. Here's the 1-0. Cleary Jr. takes a breaking ball belt high for a strike to even the count at 1. So tickets are available for that game and all 7 games of the homestand. Final week of the first half of the season, and the Ducks will need your help to cheer them on to try and win the first half title. 1-1, high fly ball foul, third base side. This will go back into the crowd, and that will run the count to 1-2. Tickets are available in 4 different ways. You can get them either at the Bethpage Ballpark box office, open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 2. Online, liducks.com. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, just getting a piece of it was Cleary Jr. down in the zone. He fouls it off. Via the Long Island Ducks mobile app, which is available for free on your Apple or Android-powered device. Or do it the old-fashioned way and give them a call, 631-940-TIXX. So the count is 1-2. Here's the kick and the pitch from Matt Neal, and Cleary Jr. lines this one foul down the third base line back into the crowd, right at the top of the concourse. So Cleary Jr. putting up a good battle, laid down a sacrifice bunt his first time up back in the opening inning. That moved Phelan Lentini to second base. Neal the wind, and another 1-2 offering, taken up high. That'll run the count even at 2-2. Neal thus far has thrown 47 pitches in this game, so he has not been as economical, getting into some tough jams in the first 2 innings, but ultimately only allowing a run. The 2-2 on the way. Neal kicks and fires, and Cleary Jr. is swinging a line drive into right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Quickly over to cut it off is Travis Witherspoon. Cleary Jr. took a big turn at first, but he will hold on with a leadoff single in the 3rd inning. And for the Ducks, their 4th hit of the night. All 4 of them have been singles. So 1 on with nobody out. And up to the plate will step the switch-hitting second baseman Ruben Gotay, who will bat from the left side. Gotay with a walk his first time up back in the opening inning. From the stretch, the first pitch. Neal deals, and the fastball here is a called strike. Gotay thought it was a little bit up in the zone, but it is nothing and 1. Cleary Jr. has spectacular speed at first base, too. 8 steals in 8 attempts this year. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kevin Byers try and put him in motion and get him in a scoring position. Neal with a long wait, now the 0-1, and Gotay takes up and away this time to even the count. Keith Castillo behind the plate for York, not known for his defensive skills, more so for what he can do offensively. Cleary Jr. takes his lead, being held on by Telvin Nash. 1-1, and Gotay takes another high fastball and jumps in front at 2 balls and a strike. Gotay last night was 0 for 4 at the plate for Long Island, a rarity for him since joining the Ducks. A double play ground out that produced a run, but no RBI, a strikeout, and 2 pop-outs. 2 ball, 1 strike offering. Cleary Jr. bluffs, and Gotay fouls it back to the backstop. Just caught a little piece of it down in the zone, so that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Neal looks for the first out here in this 3rd inning following the leadoff single by Cleary Jr. Get a good crowd on hand. It is empty for the most part in the seating bowl down the lines where the stands curl in, aside from a few fans. But from base to base, it's mostly filled in. Gotay asks for time here as Neal was taking a long time before delivering the pitch. There's a handful of fans out on the lawn seating area in right center field, and a good amount of kids enjoying the playground here in left center field, including the giant inflatable slide similar to what's at Bethpage Ballpark, and the carousel out there in left center as well. Now the 2-2, and Gotay chops this one on the ground back to the mound. Neal will field, thought about second, but his only play is going to be to first. So it won't go down as a sacrifice bunt, but just about as good as it gets Cleary Jr. to second base with 1 out in the inning. So Gotay is now 0 for 1, Cleary Jr. to second. And with 1 on and 1 out, up to the plate will step Dan Johnson. So here is Dan Johnson to the plate from the left side. Johnson with an RBI single back in the 1st. Neal's first pitch coming up. Kicks and fires. Johnson swings and lines it again down the right field line for a base hit. Cleary Jr. is going to round 3rd and score easily. Johnson stops at first with his 2nd RBI single of the night and his 3rd run batted in of the series. The Ducks close back to within 1, and it is 3-2. The same looking swing. All 3 of his RBI hits, a solid line drive down the right field line. First pitch swinging against Matt Neal. RBI 34 on the year, his 2nd of the game. And it's a 1-run ball game now at 3-2. So Johnson now at first with 1 away. Here is Cody Puckett to the plate. And he'll take a fastball low and outside for ball 1. So although Johnson's average since coming to the Ducks entering tonight's game was just .217, he's also found his way on base quite a bit. Since coming to Long Island, has a .419 on base percentage coming into tonight's game. And the 1-0 here is fouled straight back. Johnson has walked a total of 8 times in a Ducks uniform coming into tonight, but now has driven in 7 runs in a Ducks uniform. He had a pair of home runs against the New Britain Bees, and he's been a productive player, filling the void that was left by Burroughs and Colvin when they got hurt. Neal comes set, and it's 1-1 to Puckett. He's down in the dirt. Excellent block behind home plate by Keith Castillo, keeping Johnson at first base. And the count goes to 2-1. 2nd straight night that Johnson has an RBI hit in the 3rd inning. As last night his only hit of the game was an RBI double to right in inning number 3. And scored Lentini and gave the Ducks a 2-0 lead at the time. But ultimately that would be the only runs they would score. So Puckett awaits a 2-ball, 1-strike pitch from Matt Neal. Right-hander kicks and comes home, and Puckett will take a fastball over the outside corner for strike 2. Good pitch that time from Neal. Already up around the 60 pitch mark here tonight. In the top of the 3rd inning, 1 out, and the Ducks have closed to within 1 at 3-2. Out hitting the Revolution 5-2 here tonight. Two-two pitch, and Puckett will swing and miss for strike 3. 2nd time he has struck out tonight. Looked like a changeup over the inside corner, and Puckett cuts through it for Neal's 2nd strikeout of the ball game. And with 2 down, that is going to leave it up to Mike Dowd. So Johnson remains at first as the tying run. Not really a speed threat, has only attempted one steal this year and was caught stealing. Neal is ready to go. His first pitch to Dowd is a fastball taken high and inside for ball one. Dowd with a pop-up to second base his first time up. Coming to the plate with runners at the corners and 2 down in the first. The 1-0. Neal delivers, and Dowd takes again up high. Right above the letters on a breaking ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Dowd did not play in yesterday's game. Got the night off as Mike Blank did the catching and Blake T-Cody was the DH. 2-0 pitch, and Dowd taking a fastball this time that is belt high and in for a strike. That'll run the count to 2-1. The Ducks have gotten into within 3-2, trying to tie the score as Johnson remains at first with 2 down. Neal out of the stretch, and the 2-1. Line drive down the right field line, slicing foul into the Revolution bullpen. Good swing by Dowd, trying to go the opposite way, but it goes foul. And now the count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind continues to blow out lightly to center field here. Not a very strong breeze tonight. It's been a hot and humid day. There's some high puffy clouds out off in the distance, but nothing straight above. No threat of rain. There was some rain earlier this morning. Here's the 2-2. Dowd fouls it right back to the screen. Pitch down in the zone. Got a piece to stay alive. Woke up this morning to see a little bit of rain falling outside. Did not expect that. Really all it did was make things very humid and stuffy during the day, and it's been that way here into the evening as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at first, and Dowd will swing and miss, chasing down in the dirt for strike 3. Ball was right there at home plate. Castillo will apply the tag. 3rd strikeout for Neal on the side, retired. Ducks close to within 1. They get a run on 2 hits and leave 1. Through 2.5 innings of play, it is the Revolution leading the Ducks now 3-2.
Hey fan, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Well, Ducks fans, when Mike Dowd struck out swinging to end the top half of the 3rd inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's ballgame. And did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com. Well, we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And the Revolution still holding a 3-2 lead over the Long Island Ducks, but Long Island closing to within 1 on Dan Johnson's 2nd RBI single of the game. Ultimately couldn't move him past first, though, as Cody Puckett and Mike Dowd each struck out swinging. So now Mark Blackmore to the mound for his 3rd inning of work, and he'll face Travis Witherspoon, Jason Repko, and Joel Guzman. First pitch to Witherspoon is a fastball taken for a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. Witherspoon with a single back in the first inning, moved to second on a balk that the Ducks had no idea why a balk was called. 0-1 is down in the dirt, skips away to even the count. Then moved to third on a wild pitch and scored on the 3-run home run by Michael Burgess. Witherspoon coming over to the Barnstormers in a trade back on June 16th last Thursday. And here a 1-1 is chopped foul to the third base side, 1-2, in exchange for left-handed starter Kelvin De La Cruz. From what I was told was a need for a need. Lancaster needed a pitcher, specifically a starter. And here a line drive to the left side and through a base hit for Witherspoon. So the Ducks get within a run, and Witherspoon gets the leadoff single in the bottom half of the inning. So the speedster is on, and that'll bring up Jason Repko. So Lancaster, as we mentioned, needing a starting pitcher after Austin Bibbins-Dirks was signed by the Rangers organization. And the Revolution looking for an outfielder and a speed threat at the top of the order, and that's why they get Witherspoon. First pitch coming here from Blackmar to Repko. Runner goes, pitch is taken for a strike to throw down to second base, not in time. Witherspoon got a great jump. Blackmar didn't pay attention to him over at first base, so for Witherspoon, his 9th steal in 12 attempts this year. And he immediately gets in a scoring position. Now the runner at second base with nobody out. Blackmar comes set, kicks and fires, and Repko will take a strike called. Repko thought it was too high. Now leaving things up at 1-1. Repko drawing a walk back in the first inning against Blackmar. Originally was scoring a bunt, decided not to, and found a way to work out a walk. And scored on the Burgess home run. Here's the 1-1 from the right-hander. Repko a ground ball foul to the third base on deck circle. So the count now goes to 1-2. We'll see if Blackmar can retire Repko for the first out. He was so close to getting out of that jam in the first, with runners at the corners with nobody out. Struck out 2 in a row before allowing the home run. And here's the 1-2 to Repko. Down in the dirt, scooted briefly through the legs of Dowd, but not far enough for the runner to advance. Now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He got into 2 strikes on Burgess, who fouled off several tough pitches before finally getting the arms extended and hitting one out onto the picnic area and right. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch coming. Blackmar kicks and fires. Repko is swinging a tapper past him out towards second. Ruben Gotay is there, and his throw to first just gets Repko for the out. And again, won't go down as a sacrifice bunt, but it is just as good. It gets Witherspoon over to third base with 1 out in the inning. Repko gets high fives as he goes back into the dugout, and up to the plate will step the designated hitter, Joel Guzman. Joel Guzman last year was a member of those Camden River Sharks in their final Atlantic League season before they ceased operations. And there are 2 Guzmans on that team. They were not related, but Carlos ended up going to the Somerset Patriots, and Joel here to the Revolution. First pitch from Blackmar with the infield drawn in, and it is taken low. Blackmar thought he had a strike. It did not get the call. So the count is 1-0 on Guzman, who struck out swinging his first time up. We mentioned Blackmar struck him and Nash out before giving up that home run to Burgess. Here's the 1-0. And Guzman taking downstairs again. And now Blackmar behind at 2 balls and no strikes. Guzman entering at 3.03 on the season with 9 home runs, a big power threat. And last night for York was one of 2 players, along with Josh Wilson, that did not reach base safely in the game. He was 0 for 4. Witherspoon leads at third with 1 out. Here's the 2-0. Guzman takes high and inside. So Blackmar now behind at 3 balls and no strikes, in danger of walking his second of the game. That would put runners at the corners with 1 out for Telvin Nash. Infield in all the way around. Puckett is the furthest back right now at third base. Here's the 3-0. Guzman swings away and foul tips it into the glove of Mike Dowd for strike one. I've seen it a couple times from the Revolution this year where the batter gets ahead 3-0 and swings away in the count. So it'll be a 3-ball, 1-strike pitch now. Still a dangerous hitter's count. Blackmar set at the belt. Kicks and deals. Guzman will swing away and foul it off to the first base side. A bullet into the crowd. So that will run the count full at 3-2. We'll see if Blackmar can get out number 2 here against Guzman after falling behind at 3-0. Righty gets set. Payoff pitch on the way to Guzman, and he will swing and lift this ball in the air deep down the right field line, heading into the corner. And this will go foul up onto the picnic area and bounce back down onto the field. So the count's still full at 3-2 on Guzman. Witherspoon with the dirty uniform taking his lead at third base. And another payoff pitch to Guzman is swung and fouled straight back to the screen. Well, these Revolution hitters are a pesky bunch, and they are not making it easy on Blackmar, who is now up to 54 pitches on the night. And they are fouling back several tough pitches against him, preventing him from being able to get strike 3. Another payoff pitch to Guzman is tapped on the ground past the mound and through into center field, a base hit. So with the infield drawn in, nothing the Ducks can do about that. Blackmar could not get it as it was hit back to the mound. Past Wessinger, an RBI single for Joel Guzman, and the Revolution immediately get their 2-run lead back. It's a 4-2 ball game. So for Guzman, his 39th run batted in of the year. And a situation again where the Ducks get a run but are unable to get more. And the Revolution immediately answering in the bottom half of the inning. 2 chances at shutdown innings for Blackmar, has not been able to get it done. And now runner at first with 1 away, and up to the plate will step Telvin Nash, the first baseman. First pitch, and the fastball here is on the outside corner for strike 1. Nash, a strikeout victim his first time up back in the opening inning. 1 of 3 that Blackmar has tonight. Here's the 0-1, and that's inside for a ball. Blackmar had allowed 3 runs total in his last 2 outings coming into tonight's game, but has allowed 4 here this evening in just 2 1/3 innings. The 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. Kicks and deals, and Nash a swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Skies have gotten cloudy overhead. There's still some breaks of blue, but definitely some darker, cloudier skies overhead. No rain is expected. But the entire field now in shadows, and the lights slowly starting to come on. So Blackmar ahead at 1-2 on Nash. Guzman takes his lead at first with 1 out. Here's the 1-2. Line drive in the air to right, fairly well hit. Back goes Lentini, and in front of the warning track, he will make the catch to retire Guzman for the second out. Retire Nash, excuse me, for the second out. Guzman has to retreat back to first base. So Telvin Nash is now 0-for-2. So with 2 away, up to the plate is going to step the right fielder Michael Burgess, who came up with a big hit back in the first inning with 2 strikes, lifting a solo home run up over the wall in right. Infield with a big shift to the right side here, and the first pitch is taken for a strike. And the count 0-1, so the Ducks have 3 infielders on the right side of second base. Johnson holding on the runner, Gotay in the hole between first and second, and Wessinger up the middle on the first base side of the second base bag. Cody Puckett playing where the shortstop typically would. 0-1, hit on the ground, past the diving try of Puckett and into left center. Nobody was covering third. Blackmar quickly got over there to keep Guzman at second. So the Ducks have shifted around a few times here in this game, and the Revolution have done the exact opposite of where the Ducks were shifted. It's got to be frustrating for Kevin Baez. In the first inning, the shortstop Wessinger was shaded over towards third with Witherspoon at the plate, and Witherspoon hit it up the middle for a single to start off that 3-run rally. And in this inning, the Ducks drew the infield in with the runner at third, and 1 out, and Guzman grounded the base hit towards the middle past the drawn-in infield. And now here with the infield shifted to the right side, a base hit goes into left center on the ground past the shortstop. Though I'm not sure if Wessinger was there, he would have gotten it anyway because he would have been playing about where Cody Puckett was. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Each team now with 5 hits in this game, and the Revolution with a 4-2 lead and looking for more. 1-0. And the breaking ball here is on the outside corner for a strike called to Brian Pounds, who grounded out to the pitcher his first time up, at a little dribbler to the first base side of the mound, and Mark Blackmar able to get to it and get the out at first base. It'll be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch from the right-hander, kicks and deals, and this hit on the ground to the left side. Matt Wessinger diving stop, knocked the ball down, but he's going to have no play as the throw to third is not in time. Bases are now going to be loaded for the Revolution, and that'll bring up the catcher, Keith Castillo. So we'll see how that one is scored. Wessinger had a range to his right and tried to make the sliding stop and could not come up with it cleanly. They have not ruled either way yet. But Marty Jansen will now come out of the dugout to have a conversation with his right-hander as he is struggling with 2 outs again. Gave up the 2-out, 3-run home run, a right by Michael Burgess in the first, and here with 2 outs has given up back-to-back base runners. The single by Burgess, and then Pounds reaching. They're going to rule that an infield single for Brian Pounds. So now the bases are loaded with 2 men out. And up to the plate is going to be Keith Castillo, the switch hitter, batting from the left side. Blackmar comes set, first pitch, and the fastball misses low and outside, ball 1. Blackmar's pitch count skyrocketing here. He's up to 65 pitches in this game as we play in the bottom of the third, and the Revolution not making life easy for him. Blackmar trying to keep it right here with a 2-run ball game. Here's the 1-0. Castillo taking a fastball here. That misses inside, and the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Dangerous hitters count for Castillo. Hit a hard line drive into center leading off the second. That was caught by Delta Cleary Jr. for the first out. And in front of the warning track in straightaway center. Now a 2-0 pitch, and Castillo takes a curveball that drops in for a strike. Big pitch there from Blackmar. Runs the count to 2-1. Big moment in the ball game here with it being early on, but Ducks are behind by 2 and cannot afford to fall behind by too much. 2-1, Castillo takes, that one misses low for ball 3, and there's nowhere to put Castillo here, so another pitch out of the zone would force in the 5th run of the game for the Revolution. Runners lead from every base. Guzman at third, Burgess at second, and Pounds at first. The 3-1 on the way. Castillo takes high and inside, ball 4, and that is going to force in another run. Castillo with his 15th RBI of the season. Scoring from third is Guzman. Burgess moves to third, Pounds to second. Second run of the inning. And the lead is now 5-2. Well, the Ducks certainly had to be feeling good about themselves going into the series with arguably their 3 best starters taking the mound in Snodgrass, Blackmar, and Brownell. But so far, Snodgrass and Blackmar have not been spectacular as the first pitch here misses low and inside for ball 1. Josh Wilson and the Ducks are getting action going in their bullpen down the left field line. Snodgrass was pretty good over the first 6 innings yesterday, giving up just the 2 solo homers, but fell apart in the 7th, allowing 5 runs. And here Blackmar is battling over the first 3 innings, has allowed 5 runs on 6 hits thus far. as Wilson grounds one foul down the left field line to even the count at 1-1. And we mentioned the rising pitch count that is now up over 70 pitches tonight for Blackmar. So after the Ducks close to within 1 in the top of the inning, York has scored 2 in the bottom half and now lead by 3. Bases are still loaded. On the 1-1. High pop up by Wilson, foul, first base side. Johnson gives it a look, but this will be back into the seats. And now Blackmar is ahead at 1-2 and a strike away from getting out of further trouble here in the third inning. York has 6 hits in the ball game. They've worked 2 walks out against Blackmar. Right-hander comes set. And his 1-ball, 2-strike pitch to Wilson is taken up high on a fastball. That'll even things up at 2-2. Looks as though Nick Struck is the man throwing in the bullpen down the left field line. And it also looks like some drizzle has started to fall here in York. Some of the crowd starting to head for some cover. 2-2, line drive in the air to right center field. Back goes Lentini and Cleary Jr. Who's going to catch it? It is going to be Lentini as the two nearly collided, but Lentini ends up coming away with it. And that's the final out of the inning. But the damage done again as York is able to put up 2 runs in the inning on 4 hits against Blackmar and a walk. No errors and 3 men are left on base. We have played 3 here at Peoples Bank Park, and the Revolution lead it now 5-2.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. On to the 4th inning here at Peoples Bank Park. It's been a tough start for the Ducks tonight as they trail 5-2 to the York Revolution. We head to the 4th inning, and it is time for tonight's 4th inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Came up with today's question before the lineup was announced tonight, so unfortunately it doesn't apply too much because Andres Perez is not in the starting lineup, but it is about Andres Perez, the infielder for the York Revolution, who currently is the all-time York Revolution leader in several different categories. First pitch on the way here, and Mike Blank swings and misses at a fastball from Matt Neal for strike 1. All-time leader in hits, extra base hits, total bases, doubles, RBIs, games, and at-bats. Set all of those records last season. And now it'll be an 0-1. Neal fires, and Blank takes a breaking ball up high to even the count. However, he enters with 57 home runs, which is currently 2 behind the franchise record of 59. One, and that fastball hits the outside corner for strike 2. In addition, it involves Telvin Nash, who has 26 home runs in his first 117 games with the York Revolution, second fastest in team history. to hit 26 home runs. 1-2, a swing and a miss at a breaking ball for strike 3. Third strikeout in a row for Neal, fourth of the game, and there's one out in the fourth. The question is, who is the York Revolution all-time leader in home runs? And it is the same player who was also the fastest member of the Revolution to hit 26 home runs. So who is that player? We'll let you think about it. We'll give you the bottom half, give you the answer in the bottom half of the inning. Anthony Vega will step to the plate with the bases empty and one man out. First pitch on the way from Matt Neal, and Vega hits a ground ball foul up the first base line. A lot of the crowd went scattering because some rain started to fall at the end of the last inning, or last half inning, I should say, but seems like all those clouds are pushing off to the first base side and some clearer skies are coming through. Rain has stopped. 0-1, ball down in the dirt. So just a little sprinkle on this hot and humid day. You look towards left field and you can see a lot of blue sky and some more brighter skies. You look to right field and right center, and it looks like the apocalypse is coming. Be a 1-1 pitch on the way to the lefty Vega. He takes low. Vega grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. Stole second base but was stranded there back in the second inning. Blank is now 1 for 2. He had singled his first time up, now a strikeout. A 2-1 on the way. Vega swings. It's a fly ball to fairly deep left center field. Back goes the center fielder Witherspoon to the warning track. Up the wall, he looks up, and you can forget it. A opposite field solo home run for Anthony Vega into the playground in left center. For Vega, it is his third home run of the season. And the Ducks have their third run of the game and close to within 5-3. Off the bat, I didn't know if it had enough, but it kept drifting out towards left center and just snuck over the wall and hopped up onto that inflatable slide in left center field. Anthony Vega with his third home run of the season. And the Ducks are back within 2 now at 5-3. So third home run as Wessinger had fouled off the first pitch here. And 27th RBI for Anthony Vega. Fastball here is in for a strike. For Vega, he has now reached base safely in 12 consecutive games. And for the Ducks, it is their 38th home run of the season. If they hit 100 home runs, they'll meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge, and Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Wessinger fouls off another. So the count remains at 0-2. Looking in for the sign, now ready to go is Neal. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball is on the outside corner, strike 3 call. Fifth strikeout for Matt Neal. And breadsticks for the fans. 2 away, and that is going to leave it up to Phelan Lentini. So here is Lentini to the plate. He bats from the right side. First pitch on the way, and Lentini swings. It's a fly ball foul. Back behind the plate off to the first base side, 0-1. Lentini 1 for 2 tonight. He had singled and scored back in the first inning, grounded out to first base in the second inning to end the threat after the Ducks had gotten the leadoff man on. Here a line drive down the right field line. That is going to slice foul. So quickly behind is Lentini at 0-2, and Neal trying to get out of anything further in this inning after allowing the home run to Anthony Vega. Ready to go now is Neal. Here's the 0-2, and this up and inside, and it hit Lentini. Caught him right on the arm. Lentini had not been hit by a pitch before Sunday. He's now been hit by 2 this year. So the Ducks with a 1-out base runner in the fourth, and that'll bring the tying run at the plate in Delta Cleary Jr. A hot and steamy evening here in York, Pennsylvania, and a little bit of rain that keeps falling every so often. Not really doing much to help matters. First pitch on the way, and Cleary Jr. takes upstairs for ball 1. The Ducks center fielder, a sac bunt and a single in his 2 trips to the plate, and has also scored a run tonight. Coming in on the RBI single by Johnson in the third inning. Here's the 1-0. Runner goes from first. Cleary Jr. a fly ball in the air to shallow right. Coming on is Michael Burgess. Going out is Michael Rocket. And it is Rocket who makes the catch to retire the side in the fourth. The Ducks get a run on a hit. The solo home run to left center by Anthony Vega. They leave one on base and have now left 5 on in the game. To the bottom of the fourth inning we go, with the Ducks closing to within 5-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Darren Downs, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
We head to the bottom half of inning number 4. Ducks have gotten another run on the scoreboard. They now trail 5-3 as Anthony Vega goes the other way for the solo home run to left center. So the Ducks with single runs in the first, third, and fourth, but the Revs have a couple of crooked numbers on the scoreboard. 3 in the first, 2 in the third. They lead it 5-3. Each team now with 6 hits. And it'll be Michael Rocket, Travis Witherspoon, and Jason Repko coming up to the plate. Blackmore's first pitch, and Rocket a swing and a miss on a breaking ball down low for strike 1. Blackmore is definitely in need of a quick inning here in the bottom of the fourth to get his pitch count down and keep York off the scoreboard. Swing and a miss by Rocket, and it's 0-2, and also trying for the shutdown inning. He has failed in his first 2 attempts at a shutdown inning, as he gave up the 3 runs in the first and 2 in the third after the Ducks scored 1 in the top half of each inning. Here, Rocket a ground ball to short. It's gobbled up there by Matt Wessinger, and his throw to first is in time. Rocket is now 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out, and there's the first out. Time for the answer to today's 4th inning trivia, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Today, a question about the Revolution. We're looking for the player who is the all-time franchise leader in home runs, of whom Andres Perez is 2 behind with 57, and also the man who was the quickest to get to 26 homers in franchise history, of which Telvin Nash, the first baseman for York this year, is the second quickest to get to it. It's the same guy. The answer is Chris Nowak, a member of that 2011 championship York Revolution team. Breaking ball in for a strike to Travis Witherspoon. Nowak, the all-time leader with 59 home runs, 2 more than Andres Perez. The 0-1 here is on the outside corner for another called strike. And Telvin Nash this year has 26 home runs in 117 Revolution games. Second quickest to get to 26 behind Nowak. 0-2, grounded to the left side. Matt Wessinger charges, fields, off-balance throw to first, and it gets past Dan Johnson. Witherspoon will not be able to make it to second base, so safe at first is going to be Witherspoon. And we will see how that one is scored. Wessinger had a race in on it, field and throw over to first base off balance, and the throw 1 hop to first base, and Johnson could not come up with it cleanly. It will be an error. So for Witherspoon, and E6 allows him to reach. And for Wessinger, his 7th error of the year. So up to the plate is going to step Jason Repko, the left fielder. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored and a walk. First pitch on the way from Mark Blackmore. Kicks and fires, and Repko swings and grounds this one hard, but foul down the left field line. The count goes to 0-1. It's been a tough night defensively for the Ducks. They only have one error, but a couple situations where they had the infield shifted a certain way, and the Revolution batters hit it the opposite way or a different part of the field where there were no fielders. So give the Revolution credit for doing that. Here comes an 0-1. Blackmar fires to the plate. Sort of a pitch out. It was actually pretty close, but it missed up and outside to even the count at 1-1. And Wessinger trying to make the diving stop on the ground ball by Pounds in the third, a sliding stop, I should say, and ended up booting the ball, allowing Castillo to come to the plate. He would draw a walk. That made it 5-2. Throw over quickly, and Witherspoon is back safely ahead of the tag from Johnson. Witherspoon on for the third time tonight. 2 singles, 2 runs, a stolen base, and that was reached on an E6. Blackmar long looking for the sign. Gets the pitch he likes. Now is 1-1 to Jason Repko. Runner goes from first. Pitch is taken low. Dowd cannot come up with it cleanly. And Witherspoon is in there with his second steal of the game and 10th of the season. So the Revolution have gotten some added speed with the addition of Travis Witherspoon, and he has showcased it tonight. 2 steals and 2 attempts against a very good defensive catcher in Mike Dowd. The count is now 2-1 on Repko, who has again gone 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, and eliminates the potential for a double play. The 2-1, Repko takes a breaking ball that is in for a strike. Repko did not agree with the call and makes his voice known. Count is even at 2-2. So once again, the Revolution with a runner in scoring position. They have had a runner in scoring position and have scored in every inning but the second, and trying to score here in the fourth. Blackmar looks to second. Now the 2-2 pitch. Repko takes the breaking ball in for a called strike 3. So for Blackmar, his 4th strikeout of the night, and a big second out here in the 4th. Now we'll leave it up to Joel Guzman. First pitch coming up from Blackmar to Guzman. Right-hander kicks and fires, and the breaking ball is popped up foul back behind the plate. So go upstairs and out of play, and it looks like it might carry him back down below, but waiting to see. Fans below us are waiting to see, but it doesn't look like it will. So the count 0-1 on Guzman, who has an RBI single and a strikeout in his 2 trips to the plate. Also scored back in the third on the bases loaded walk to Castillo. 0-1. Guzman takes a breaking ball down in the dirt. That'll even things up at 1-1. Clouds have pushed off to the first base side. There are some more down on the third base side and out beyond left field, but clear skies right now for the most part overhead. Pretty much the entire field, though, is in the shadows now, as we are just past 8 o'clock here in York. 1-1. Guzman, a high fly ball to left. Back goes Anthony Vega on the warning track, and in front of the arch nemesis, he'll make the catch to retire Guzman for the final out of a scoreless 4th inning. So Blackmar finally able to get that shutdown inning. No runs, no hits, an error in the inning, and 1 left on base. 4 innings complete tonight here in York, Pennsylvania, and the Revolution lead is 2 at 5-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Bobby Blevins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolat patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Enjoy the ultimate VIP fan experience at Bethpage Ballpark this season by taking in a Ducks game from the exclusive Trouttown Fan Can. Presented by Roscoe Beer Company, the Fan Can is available for rental at all Ducks home games. It features 12 Dream Seat theater-style padded seats, beverage holders, an air-conditioned atmosphere, and an incredible view of the game. Packages are now available with food and beverage included. To reserve your Fan Can outing today, call the Ducks Group Sales Department at 631-940-3825. The Trouttown Fan Can at Bethpage Ballpark. Your VIP experience awaits. To the fifth inning we go with the Ducks trailing 5-3. Ducks fans, chill out all summer long with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee. It sounds delicious right about now on this hot and steamy late June night. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes out in the Hamptons. To the fifth inning we go, and it'll be Ruben Gotay to lead things off. First pitch, and he takes a fastball strike over the inside corner, 0-1. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Ducks. Gotay, Johnson, and Puckett. Here's the 0-1, and that breaking ball taken low and inside. Evens things up at 1-1. Gotay tonight drew a walk in the first inning, then grounded back to the mound in the third. From the windup, Matt Neal fires, and the 1-1 is hit to right and in for a base hit. Like a broken bat, flare to right, and it got in between Nash, the first baseman, and Rocket, the second baseman. Ducks with the leadoff man on for the fourth time in 5 innings tonight. For Gotay, the base hit, and for Long Island, their 7th hit of the ballgame. Ducks had the leadoff man on 5 times in last night's game, 4 times here tonight. Here's Dan Johnson to the plate. First pitch, and he swings and fouls it off the mask of Castillo for strike 1. Johnson's been ready to hack tonight. He has 2 base hits to right, both of which have driven in a run. 1 in the first, 1 in the third. And it seems to be seeing the ball well tonight. A home run here would tie up the game at 5, but I'm sure he's just looking to get on base any way he can. Neal's 0-1 as Gotay leads from first. And the pitch is taken inside, a snap throw to first, nothing doing. As Gotay gets back to the bag easily. Johnson with 2 RBIs tonight, now up to 34 on the season. And 7 as a member of the Ducks. And this is his 9th game with Long Island. So he's been pretty productive. Even though the average has not been very high, his on-base percentage certainly has. 1-1, and Johnson lays off the high fastball. We'll run the count to 2-1. Revolution look like they have some action going in their bullpen down the right field line. Neal has had to throw quite a bit of pitches in this game. He's already up to 88. The 2-1, and Johnson hits a ground ball to first, knocked down by Nash. He'll step on first, and now Gotay caught in a rundown. Throw to the shortstop, now back to first. Nash chasing Gotay to second, throws to the second baseman. Gotay tries to get around the tag, but he is tagged out. And there is the double play. And after the leadoff single by Gotay, 2 outs on the hard ground ball by Dan Johnson. So we'll see how that is officially scored. I believe it'll go 3, 6, 3, and actually I think it went to 5. I think it was the third baseman, Pounds, who ended up getting the put out. So now Cody Puckett will step to the plate. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And the first pitch to him is a breaking ball taken low. And the count goes to 1-0. So a tough sequence there for the Ducks. Johnson had hit it hard, but Nash was playing right along the line. 1-0 here is chopped into the ground. Foul by Puckett, who was out in front. He evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. We just checked, and I believe it is 3-6, 3-5 on that put out. Second baseman here, Rocket shaded up the middle for Puckett. And the 1-1 from Neal. Breaking ball hits the outside corner for a called strike. Good pitch from Neal. He's looking to face a minimum 3 batters here in the 5th inning for the first time in this game. Ducks have runs in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th, but still trail 5-3. Here comes the 1-2, and Puckett will take a fastball just off the outside corner. That will even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases empty with 2 down. The Ducks trailing by 2. Neal looking to complete his 5th inning of work tonight in the 2-2 to Puckett. Down and away, good eye from the Ducks' third baseman as he runs the count full. Mike Dowd waiting in the on-deck circle, the catcher and 6-hitter for Long Island. Ducks are out hitting the Revs 7-6 tonight. And the payoff pitch on the way from Neal. It's swung and lifted in the air to right center field. On the run is Travis Witherspoon. He'll make the catch in the right center field gap for the final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit. Because of the double play, nobody left on base. We have played half of tonight's ball game. We are 4.5 through, 5-3 in favor of York.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Blank, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, the Trout Town fan can, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
On to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Mark Blackmore still in for Long Island. A scoreless inning for him in the bottom half of the 4th. We'll try and mimic that in the bottom of the 5th with the Ducks still trailing 5-3 in the middle game of this 3-game set. Ducks and the Revs will play one more here tomorrow. Final meeting here in York between the teams in the first half. Ducks will not be back here until the final series of the regular season towards the middle of September. Meanwhile, York will make their first visit to Long Island next week, Monday through Thursday. The Ducks will head to Bridgeport for 4 games, Thursday through Sunday of this week, before they come back home. First pitch on the way here to Telvin Nash, the cleanup hitter. And that is taken low and outside for ball 1. Meanwhile, the Revolution will head on the road to Southern Maryland to start an 8-game road trip. They'll play 4 there and then 4 on Long Island before returning home for July 4th weekend to face their division rivals, the Lancaster Barnstormers. And boy, that could be a very big series in determining the first half champion. 2-0 the count now on Nash, who was 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a flyout. Pitch from Blackmore. Nash hits a high drive to deep left center field. Cleary Jr. turns and looks. You can forget it. A line drive, solo home run to the left of the batter's eye in left center field for Nash. It is his league-leading 14th home run of the season, and it is now a 5-4 game in favor of a 6-3 game in favor of the Revs. There goes the cannon out in right center field to recognize the home run. Telvin Nash has gone deep, the 3rd home run of the series for York. And it is now a 6-3 advantage for the Revolution. So their lead goes back up to 3. And here is Michael Burgess, the right fielder. Check that their 4th home run of the series, my mistake. They have 2 here tonight, Burgess and Nash, and had 2 yesterday. Here's a breaking ball taken down low. Blackmar is now falling behind the first 2 hitters at 2-0. That's a dangerous pitch, 2-0. Hitter is looking for a good pitch. Blackmar doesn't want to fall behind 3-0, and he certainly got it. Now Blackmar is behind at 3-0 on Burgess. You have to think if another pitch goes out of the strike zone here and he walks Burgess, Kevin Baez might look towards his bullpen. Thus far, 95 pitches thrown for Blackmar, just 59 for strikes. And the 3-0, Burgess takes, and there's a fastball strike at the knees, 3-1. I'm sure Kevin Baez is hoping he can get 5 out of Blackmar tonight before having to turn it over to the bullpen. The Ducks bullpen was saved a bit yesterday as James Lomagino, the only pitcher who had to throw, as he threw an inning and a third. 3-1, a swing and a miss. Good fastball that time from the righty. So that'll run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brian Pounds waiting in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good fastball there from Blackmar. 5th strikeout of the night for the right-hander as he blows the fastball by Burgess, retiring him for the first time tonight. So here's Brian Pounds to the plate, who has gone 1 of 2 thus far. First pitch here is in for a called strike. And the count goes to 0-1. Pounds with a ground out back to the mound in the first, and then reach on an infield single to short in the third. Here he lines one in the air to right center. Fairly well hit, but playable for Delta Cleary Jr., who makes the catch on the run. There's the second out, the home run by Telvin Nash, his 2nd of the year against Long Island. And in addition, it is the 61st home run of the year for York, which leads the Atlantic League. First pitch to Keith Castillo, misses low and outside for ball 1. Castillo tonight flew out to center field in the 2nd inning. That drew a bases loaded walk in inning number 3. That allowed Joel Guzman to score. Pitch on the way. And Blackmar misses low and outside for ball 2. Working out of the windup of the right-hander, the 2-0 pitch. Castillo takes all the way. That hits the outside corner, bell tie for strike 1. Blackmar looking to complete this 5th inning and retire 3 in a row after the solo blast. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Castillo takes a fastball that just missed the outside corner. Kevin Baez asking where the location was from the home plate umpire, Brian DeBrouwer. And now it'll be a 3-1 pitch from Blackmar to Castillo. It's on the way. Castillo takes a curveball in for a strike. Good movement on that pitch. From left to right, looking like a slider. So the count is full at 3-2. Josh Wilson would be next if Castillo reaches. Pitch fouled off over the screen of the third base side of home plate. Back into the crowd. So we'll do it again at 3-2. Ducks trail again by 3. It's a 6-3 ball game. The 3-2 line drive to left center, fairly well hit again. Going back, Arvega and Cleary Jr. at the wall. They look up and it's off the wall. In his second is Castillo, and he will get there safely with a 2-out double, his 5th of the season. So Castillo going the opposite way to left center, a ball that just kept carrying out there and hit off of one of those digital advertising boards that are to the left and right of the batter's eye. This one hit off the one to the left. So Castillo is the runner at second base with 2 down, and it'll be Josh Wilson coming up to the plate. Revolution looking to add to this 6-3 advantage. They're now out hitting the Ducks by a count of 8-7. First pitch on the way, and Wilson a swing and a miss, chasing a breaking ball down in the zone. Runs the count to 0-1. Wilson tonight is 0 for 2 with a fly out to center and a fly out to right. Wilson and Rocket, the 8 and 9 hitters, are the only two Revs who have yet to reach base safely in this game. Blackmore gets the pitch, working out of the stretch. Here's the 0-1 on the way. The fastball misses upstairs. Leaving things up at 1-1. Blackmore now at 109 pitches in this game. And again, I have to think this was probably his last inning tonight. And boy, has it been a battle for him. Second straight day in a row in which the starting pitcher lines are not going to look very pretty. 1-1. And the breaking ball misses up and inside here. 4-2. The count is now 2-1 on Wilson. Leading at second base is Castillo after his 5th double of the year. Pitch on the way. Line drive down the left field line. That is going to be a base hit. Around third and into score is Castillo. Wilson a big turn at first, but he'll hold on there. It's a 2-out RBI single for Wilson, and Blackmore struggles with 2 outs continuing, as York now leads at 7-3. So for Wilson, he joins the hit party with York's 9th hit of the ball game. And for Wilson, RBI number 14 on the year, Marty Jansen is going to come out and have a conversation once again with his right-hander, who again is now at 110 pitches for the evening. And action for the Ducks beginning in their bullpen. That's the second visit for Marty Jansen tonight. So Michael Rocket will step up to the plate here. As again, Blackmore was an out away from getting out of further trouble in the inning, but Castillo a double, Wilson a single. It's now a 7-3 ball game. The first pitch to Rocket, fisted out in the air to shallow left center, coming on Anthony Vega, won't get it, it lands for a base hit. Wilson heading for third, the throw from Vega is right on the money, he is out. Excellent throw from Anthony Vega, getting the aggressive Josh Wilson, trying to go from first to third on the shallow base hit by Rocket, and that will retire the side. But the Revolution had 2 more runs on 4 more hits, including a solo homer by Telvin Nash. They leave 1 on base, and after 5, it is York 7 and Long Island 3.
Hey fans, this is relief pitcher Bruce Kern, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey, PSEG Long Island customers. Want to learn how to save on your electric bill? Here's one way. You can save up to $100 each year by simply replacing 10 incandescent bulbs with CFL or LED bulbs. Want to save even more? Take our online home energy survey. It's free. It takes just 10 minutes to complete, and it may save you hundreds more. Find out about our energy efficiency programs at www.pseglyny.com/savemoney.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Well, we head to the top of the 6th inning, and the Revolution hosting the Ducks have a 7-3 lead. Michael Pollock here bringing you all the action. And Ducks fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Matt Neal's night is done for York, and he is in line for his 2nd win of the year, meaning that as long as the Revolution bullpen does not allow the Ducks to tie it, he would improve to 2-0. Tyrell Harris, who was just activated today, is on the mound for York. And he will face Mike Dowd, Mike Blank, and Anthony Vega in the inning. First pitch on the way. And Dowd will take a fastball, strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Neal goes 5 innings tonight for York. And gives up 7 hits, 3 runs, all of which were earned. Harris works out of the stretch. And he's 0-1 on the way. He's taken outside to even up the count. Ducks drew 1 walk and struck out 5 times against Matt Neal. 1 home run and 1 hit batter as well. Here's the 1-1 offering. Dowd takes a curveball. That's in for a strike. And now 1-2. Also a wild pitch thrown by Matt Neal. We'll get you his pitch count as soon as we have it. So now it'll be a 1-2. Harris kicks and fires. Dowd swings. It's a little nubber right back to the mound. Harris will pick it up. An underhand flip to first for the out. Dowd is now 0 for 3 tonight. And there's the first out of this 6th inning. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Mike Blank. So for Tyrell Harris, this will be appearance number 19 on the year for him. He has 1 start as well, 1-2 record with a 4.26 earned run average. Mike Blank will step in, 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a strikeout. First pitch on the way from Harris. He swings and lines one into the glove of Telvin Nash at first. Blank hits it hard the opposite way, but it goes into the glove of Nash. And quickly 2 away for the Ducks. That's the way it's been for Long Island's offense over the last week and a half. They've hit some balls hard, but it's gone right into the gloves of some fielders. And again, the Ducks in their last 8 games do have a 5-3 record. But if you take away those 3 wins over New Britain, and you look since Friday, Ducks are 2-3, and we're 1 out away from being 1-4. Here a fastball is taken upstairs for ball 1 by Anthony Vega, who is 1 for 2 tonight. A 4-6 fielder's choice and a solo home run over the left center field wall in the 4th inning for his 3rd home run of the year. Here's the 1-0, and Vega chops this one on the ground foul to the first base side. That'll even things up at 1-1. There is action for the Ducks in their bullpen down the left field line, so again, assuming Mark Blackmore likely done after 5 innings of work tonight. 7 runs allowed by a starter for the 2nd straight ball game, after they had gone 11 straight as a starting staff, not allowing 4 or more than 4 runs in a game. Vega takes a breaking ball outside for ball 2. The Ducks will have to hope that John Brownell can turn that trend around in the series finale tomorrow. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Vega takes a fastball inside. Now ahead in the count, 3-1. Again, the Ducks will face York tomorrow and then 4 times at home next week. Long Island does play much better at home, 21-9 at home this year compared to 11-16 on the road. Here comes the 3-1. Harris deals, and Vega hits a fly ball in the air to center. Drifting in is Travis Witherspoon, who'll make the catch. And that'll retire the side in the 6th. So Tyrell Harris works a 1-2-3 inning. And the top half of the 6th, we head to the bottom half as the Ducks still trail 7-3.
Hey fans, this is catcher Mike Dowd, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't Get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Bottom half of the 6th inning here in York, Pennsylvania. Revolution holding a 7-3 lead over the Long Island Ducks. Taking the mound for Long Island to begin the 6th will be Ducks right-hander Nick Struck, as it takes over for Mark Blackmore, who is done after 5 innings tonight. He had gone 7 innings in each of his last 2 starts, but throws over 110 pitches here in just 5 innings tonight, and roughed up for 10 hits and 7 runs, all of which are going to be earned. We'll get you his final line later on. But either way, Ducks offense needs to get to work if they want to come from behind and win this game. Meanwhile, Nick Struck will take the mound, trying to bounce back after a rough outing his last time out. And Struck will face the top 3 in the order: Witherspoon, Repko, and Guzman. So here is Witherspoon from the right side. A good night for him, and he lines one short here, fielding on a hop by Matt Wessinger. And his throw to first is in time to retire Witherspoon, who is now 2 for 4 with a pair of singles, a pair of runs, and a pair of stolen bases. So there's the first out. Blackmore walked 2 batters in his 5 innings of work and struck out 5 of them. Gave up the 2 home runs. 1 to Burgess, the killer in the first with 2 outs and 2 strikes, and 1 to Nash leading off the 5th. First pitch here misses down low. And the count goes to 1-0 on Repko, who has drawn a walk and scored, but has also grounded out and struck out tonight. Struck's 1-0. There's a breaking ball taken up high. For Nick Struck, tonight is appearance number 20 of the season for him. 1-2 record with a 5.75 ERA. 2-0 pitch here, misses outside for ball 3. Struck has pitched 15 2/3 innings, has given up 15 hits and 10 runs, all earned, 7 walks to 15 strikeouts. A tough outing for him his last time on the mound. 3-0. And that fastball hits the outside corner for strike 1. Struck pitched in Sunday's game against Lancaster after 6 scoreless innings from Bruce Kern. And allowed a walk and a hit by pitch before an RBI single from Josh Bell and an RBI base hit from Casey Hobson. Gave Lancaster a 3-2 lead, 2-1 lead, excuse me, after the Ducks had a 1-0 lead. Long Island, though, was able to come back and win that game 3-2. Foul ball back to the screen by Repko, runs the count full at 3-2 against Struck. Righty hitter looks like he was a little shaken up on that foul ball. Walks around the batter circle and now will step back into home plate. Here's the payoff pitch, and Repko takes a fastball outside, ball 4. So a 1-out walk issued by Nick Struck allows Jason Repko to reach. Second time Repko has walked in this game. And again, you don't want to allow the top guys in the order to get on base with the 3, 4, and 5 combo of Guzman, Nash, and Burgess, who have combined tonight for 4 hits, including 2 home runs, and have driven in 5 of the Revolution's 7 runs. We're going to get a pinch runner here at first base for Repko, as Alfredo Marte is going to come in a pinch run for Repko, who was trying to way back to the dugout and say, no, it's okay, I'm fine, I don't need to come out of this game. But Revolution taking him out here, and Alfredo Marte is going to pinch run at first base for him. Time is called here as they were getting the change written down, the umpiring crew was. So we're in the bottom of the 6th. Marte takes over on the base pass and will likely then take over in the outfield. First pitch from Struck to Guzman, misses outside for ball one. Ducks have action again in their bullpen down the left field line. On the way, we again never got to the out-of-town scoreboard, so let's do that here in the 6th inning, get you caught up around the Atlantic League. Here, a ground ball through the left side, a base hit for Guzman. Hit number 11 for York, and for Guzman, his second. So that'll put runners at first and second with one out against Struck. And we'll bring Telvin Nash up to the plate. Bottom of the 6th inning in New Britain. Somerset Patriots have gotten out all of a sudden to a big lead against the New Britain Bees. As Sean Gleason in the 7th inning has struggled mightily. And Somerset, who was in a 2-2 ball game, now leads at 9-2 over the Patriots at New Britain Stadium. So big inning here for Somerset. Let's put them out in front. Again, Sean Haviland started for New Britain and pitched well over 5 1/3, but Sean Gleason has imploded in this 7th inning. Meanwhile, for Somerset, Sean Garceau started and is still in the game. We had a quick conference on the mound between Marty Jansen and Nick Struck. It's the 3rd visit already for the Ducks coaching staff. They cannot visit again. First pitch here misses low and inside for ball one to Telvin Nash. Somerset being led tonight by Carlos Guzman, who has 2 hits and 4 RBIs. Eric Farris with 2 hits and 2 runs batted in. Bees getting RBIs from Carrillo and Griffin. 1-0, high fly ball to center. Back goes Cleary Jr. In straightaway center, he can't see the ball, and he ends up recovering and is able to make the catch. Tagging from second and heading to third is Marte. Cleary Jr. just did manage to come up with the baseball after almost losing it in the sky. So Nash flies out to deep center for the 2nd out. And with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the right fielder, Michael Burgess. But Kevin Mize is going to come out with a lefty coming up. Mize is going to take the ball from Struck and call on a left-hander to try and retire Burgess for the final out. So we get a pitching change here at Peoples Bank Park. Ducks trailing 7-3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts, and Northwell Health Southside Hospital has been around for nearly a century of care. For more information, please call 631-968-3000 or visit us on the web at northwell.edu.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bayshore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Well, we are here in the bottom of the 6th inning with the Long Island Ducks trailing 7-3 against the York Revolution. Dustin Richardson is going to take over on the mound, and the hope is that he'll take over and be able to pitch. Right now, I'm looking up above the ballpark, and there are some very dark gray clouds that have gone over the ballpark. It doesn't appear like any rain is falling yet, but some very, very ominous clouds overhead right now. Up to the plate here is going to step Michael Burgess, who will bat from the left side. Kevin Baez has called on Richardson to face him. And the first pitch on the way is swung on and missed for strike one. Big hack by Burgess, who tonight has hit a 3-run home run, singled, and struck out. A look at the radar does show a very colorful cell coming right near York. And the question is, will it hit us or go right by us? 0-1, swing and a miss, big fastball. Burgess cuts through it. Count 0-2. The wind has picked up here, blowing out towards center field. And the clouds moving from left to right. Richardson trying to get 3 straight strikes against Burgess. And the 0-2 pitch is a fastball that just misses up high. So Nick Struck gives up a hit and a walk in 2/3 of an inning. And both runners that are on base at the corners are his responsibility. Richardson is ready. And his 1-ball, 2-strike offering to Burgess is taken low and inside. Leaving up the count at 2-2. It doesn't appear to be raining. Again, just seems to be very windy with those dark clouds passing overhead. Ready to go is Richardson. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive and a right on the run. Lentini, he makes the catch about belt high off to his left side for the final out of the inning. So Richardson is able to escape any trouble in the inning. For the Revolution, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. We will head to the 7th here at Peoples Bank Park. The Ducks still trail 7-3.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Jack Snodgrass, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Seventh inning here at Peoples Bank Park. Ducks trailing 7-3. Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Wanda Lynch shop on your next visit to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Ducks. New pitcher is Manny Corpus, and Matt Wessinger swings and misses at a breaking ball for strike 1. He takes over for Tyrell Harris, who threw a 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. No hits, runs, walks, or strikeouts. Corpus works out of the stretch, and the 0-1 is a breaking ball in for another strike. Quickly 0-2. Corpus, a former big leaguer who had 359 appearances and 34 saves in the major leagues. 0-2, misses up high on a breaking ball 1-2. Was most notably the closer for the 2007 Colorado Rockies that made it to the National League Championship Series, won that against the Arizona Diamondbacks to go on to the World Series. Misses low and outside. There they were swept by the Boston Red Sox. Some umbrellas have popped out here, so maybe some light rain falling, which is odd considering those dark, luminous clouds seem to have moved past, but the rain is definitely falling. Here, a chopper foul by Wessinger. You look up to the light tower off to the first base side, and you can see it's kind of a wind-driven light rain that is coming down, but not enough to stop play. But those dark, luminous clouds all out beyond the center field wall now, it appears. Now it'll be a 2-2 from Corpus, and Wessinger swings and misses, strike 3. Second time he has struck out tonight. And there's the first strikeout for Corpus, the 6th for Revolution pitching, and that's the first out here in the 7th inning. Well, again, we were going through the out-of-town scoreboard before we ended up having the pitching change and had a break. So again, it is 9-2 right now. Somerset over New Britain, bottom of the 7th. If that score and this score holds up, Ducks would fall to 2 games behind the Patriots in the division. In Bridgeport, Bluefish are helping out the Revolution. They lead the Barnstormers 3-1, top of the 6th inning. First pitch here to Lentini, misses low and inside for ball 1. Lentini 1 for 2 today with a single, a run scored, and was hit by a pitch his last time up. Connor Root started tonight for Lancaster. Al Yavoli has come out of the bullpen. Blake Beaven, meanwhile, started for Bridgeport and is still pitching. 1-0, swing and a miss. Lentini might have caught a piece of it and foul-tipped it. Either way, the count is 1-1. Bridgeport has gotten RBIs from Luis Hernandez, Jose Cuevas, and Adron Chambers thus far. Lancaster's lone run batted in has come from their 5-hitter Sean Halton. 1-1 from Corpus. Deals. And Lentini chops one weakly here to the third base side of the plate. Castillo fields. His off-balance throw to first is not in time. Lentini able to beat it out. And that is going to be an infield single. His second hit of the ball game. And for the Ducks, their 8th hit. Long Island with a 1-out base runner here in the 7th. And up to the plate will start Delta Cleary Jr. Other game that took place in the Atlantic League was earlier today, where the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs defeated the Sugar Land Skeeters 6-5 down in Texas, helping out the Revolution there. Boy, would it be a big lift for York if they win here tonight and both Sugar Land and Lancaster lose. They would lead by 3.5 over both. First pitch here is in for a called strike. And the count runs to 0-1 on Cleary Jr., who has laid down a sac bunt, singled, and popped a second in his 3 trips to the plate. 0-1. And Cleary Jr., a ground ball hit to second. Michael Rocket is there. He goes to short for 1, back to first. In-time double play. So a 4-6-3 double play grounded into by Delta Cleary Jr., who looked like he had slowed up as he got near the first base bag. And the side is retired for the Ducks here in the 7th inning. So in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, and because of the double play, nobody left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the 7th, time to stretch here in York, and it is 7-3 in favor. 7-3 in favor of the York Revolution.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Nick Struck, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Upsky Long Island Hotel in Hauppauge. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Upsky Long Island Hotel features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. Best of all, it's only minutes from Bethpage Ballpark. The Upsky Long Island Hotel, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Bottom 7, 7-3 York over Long Island. Kevin Vance will be the third reliever out of the bullpen for Kevin Baez and the Ducks tonight. He takes over with Long Island trailing by 4. Ducks had taken a 1-0 lead, fell behind 3-1, got it to within 3-2 before falling behind 5-2, got it within 5-3 before falling behind 7-3. And that is where we stand right now. Ducks just have been playing catch-up pretty much since the bottom of the first inning. I have not been able to catch up, so Kevin Vance will come on to face Pounds, Castillo, and Wilson, 6, 7, and 8 in the order. First pitch on the way from the right-hander. And the fastball hits the outside corner for strike one. So as we were saying earlier, Southern Maryland a 6-5 win. Brian Grennan got the win in relief of Gabby Hernandez to improve to 3-1 on the year. Zach Zinicola, the loss in relief, falls to 1-2. As Vance delivers just low and outside, even the count. Cody Epley with his 11th save. Michael Snyder hit his 12th home run of the year for Southern Maryland. Travis Scott hit his 9th for Sugar Land. Here's the 1-1. Misses low and outside for ball 2 from Kevin Vance. On the Major League scoreboard, Yankees currently trailing the Rockies 6-2 at Yankee Stadium in the 5th inning. Ivan Nova started for the Yankees, Chad Bettis for the Rockies. Here a fly ball to deep right center field. Back goes Lentini and Cleary Jr. Warning track at the wall. They look up, one hop over the wall onto the lawn seating area. And that is going to be a ground rule double for Brian Pounds. His second hit of the night and the 12th hit for the Revolution. So the leadoff man is on against Kevin Vance. That'll bring Keith Castillo to the plate. Charlie Blackmon has had a big game for the Rockies in that game at Yankee Stadium. A couple of home runs. His 9th and 10th of the year. Here a fastball misses upstairs for ball 1. So the count goes to 1-0 on Castillo, who has flown out to center, collected a bases loaded walk, and then had a double and a run scored his last time up in the 5th. The 1-0 on the way from Vance, and Castillo will take low and outside for ball 2. Meanwhile, the Mets playing host to the Royals. Mets have a 2-1 lead in the middle of the 5th inning. Home runs for the Mets tonight from Asdrubal Cabrera, his 7th, and Yoenis Cespedes, his 18th. Ian Kennedy for Kansas City, Bartolo Colon for the Mets, although he threw just one pitch, or faced one batter, and had to come out of the game through just 4 pitches. There's a called strike, and that runs the count to 2-1. But of course, the big game tonight is going to take place in Houston at 9 o'clock. Team USA against Argentina in the semifinals of Copa America. With a chance to make it to the finals at MetLife Stadium on Sunday. 2-1. Fastball strike outside corner, even at 2-2 now on Castillo. Team USA going up against the best soccer player in the world by many in their judgment in Leo Messi. Should be a fun one. We'll see who makes it to the finals. Pounds leads it at second with nobody out. Here's the 2-2 from Vance. And Castillo will swing and miss, strike 3. Out in front of the fastball from the right-hander. First strikeout for Vance, the 6th for Ducks pitching. And with one away, that is going to bring up Josh Wilson. Looks like the rain has stopped after that brief little clouds that passed through and the little spot shower for the second time in this game. Up to the plate steps Michael Rocket, the 9-hitter, Josh Wilson, the shortstop, an 8-hitter. Takes inside, ball 1. Tonight 1 for 3. Pair of flyouts and then an RBI single his last time up back in the 5th inning. That was the last run-producing hit for York, who has left 7 on base tonight, but they have scored 7. Once again, 7 seems to be unlucky for Long Island. There's a fastball strike. And that'll even up the count at 1-1 on Wilson. Pound still at second base with 1 out. So this series very similar to the first series between the teams. Here's the 1-1. Fastball strike inside corner at the knees, 1-2. And which a good pitcher's duel for the most part in the first game, and then it ended up being the Revolution who came out on top. This one has featured much more offense. The Ducks having to play catch-up like they did in the middle game of that last series. And if this series ends the same way that did, the Ducks would take the finale tomorrow evening. Wilson, a chopper into the ground, foul. So we will do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. After Wilson, it'll be Michael Rocket, the 9-hitter and second baseman. Again, tomorrow it'll be John Brownell taking the mound for the Ducks. with another attempt at trying to become the team's all-time wins leader and surpass Randy Leake with his 41st. That'll be opposed by lefty Frank Gailey, who has pitched well for York this year. The 1-2. Wilson lays off the breaking ball down and away, takes ball 2. York has showed good patience all night long against this Ducks pitching staff. Revs looking to add to their 4-run lead and put the game out of reach. Here's the 2-2. Wilson, a line drive to left, pretty well hit, but Anthony Vega racing back is able to make the catch on the warning track. Throws in his second, but Pounds is able to scamper back in safely. So a line drive out by Wilson, hard hit, but Vega able to make the grab for the second out. With 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the second baseman, Michael Rocket. Well, Kevin Vance coming off of 2 scoreless innings of relief on Sunday that got him his second win of the year. He was able to keep the Barnstormers off the scoreboard in the 8th and 9th innings. Breaking ball here, and it caught Rocket in the helmet. And it came up and inside. He tried to duck out of the way, and it looked like it caught him on the top of the helmet. Seems to be fine. But he's going to make his way down to first base. So a 2-out base runner for York. And back to the top of the order we go for Travis Witherspoon. Vance retired the side in order in both the 8th and 9th innings in that 2-1 game that the Ducks were trailing on Sunday, giving them a chance to rally in the bottom of the 9th, and they were able to do that, getting the RBI infield single from Delta Cleary Jr. and then having Phelan Lentini score on the error on that same play, all with 2 outs and 2 strikes. First pitch is in for a strike to Travis Witherspoon, who tonight is 2 for 4. He has 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and a pair of stolen bases. Exact same slash line that Phelan Lentini had last night, or stat line, I should say. 0-1, and Witherspoon takes this fastball high and outside from Vance for ball 1. York out hitting the Ducks now 12-8 tonight. Still holding that 7-3 lead, and trying to extend it here, the 1-1. Vance delivers, breaking ball almost hit Witherspoon on the leg, but just missed him inside. All right, so now Vance behind at 2-1. Ducks have not given up more than 13 hits in a game as a pitching staff. Lancaster had 13 hits most recently against the Ducks June 2nd in Lancaster. The Ducks have given up 12 tonight and trying to avoid that unlucky 13th. Here's the 2-1. Witherspoon, a swing and a miss. Good fastball down in the zone. Witherspoon cuts through it, and that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alfredo Marte waits on deck. He had taken over in the outfield for Jason Repko. Here's the pitch on the way. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 called. So Kevin Vance freezes Witherspoon for his second strikeout and is able to avoid any runs scoring in the 7th. No runs in the inning on 1 hit and a hit batter, 2 left for York. And we head to the 8th inning here at Peoples Bank Park with the Ducks behind by 4 at 7-3.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Anthony Vega, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Few places on earth offer the charm and excitement of Fire Island. At Fire Island Ferries, located conveniently at 99 Maple Avenue in Bay Shore, they offer convenient travel to Fire Island 7 days a week. Fire Island is quickly becoming a top destination for families of all ages. Experience the informal, carefree communities, the dazzling night scene, enjoy fine dining, or climb to the top of one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States. But there's only one way to get there, by calling Fire Island Ferries at 631-665-3600 today. For fare and scheduling information, please visit fireislandferries.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season, through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Eighth inning here in York. It is the Ducks trailing the Revolution by a count of 7-3. New pitcher is in for the Revs. It is the right-hander Julio DePaula who will come on. York's roster now features 2 former Revolution players who ended up making it back to the major leagues after playing in York. DePaula is one, Scott Rice is the other. 4th righty of the game after Neil Harris and Corpus. Corpus throwing 1 inning of relief in the 7th, gave up the infield single to Lentini, but no runs. No walks and 1 strikeout for him. So Julio DePaula will take the mound. He'll face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Ducks. It'll be Ruben Gotay, Dan Johnson, and Cody Puckett coming up to the plate. First pitch on the way to Gotay. Takes a fastball, strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Gotay in tonight's ball game has gone 1 for 2 at the plate, a single to right field back in the 5th inning, but then was caught in a rundown on a double play ball hit into by Dan Johnson. 0-1, takes outside, even the count. Before that, a ground out back to the mound and a walk in the 1st inning. Some clouds off in the distance beyond the right center field wall. You can see some flashes of lightning in there, but no rain falling here, nothing threatening above. Here Gotay grounds one back up the middle, and it'll sneak through past Rocket into center field. 2nd hit of the night for Ruben Gotay. He, Lentini, and Johnson all with multiple hit games. So Gotay is on the lead off in the 8th. Now, the Ducks certainly need a rally, trailing by 4 runs. It doesn't have to be all at once, but the offense has just 2 innings to work with now to try and find a way to tie this game. Gotay's hit the 9th for Long Island tonight. Just 3 behind the Revolution in the hit column, but 4 behind on the scoreboard in the run column. First pitch here misses outside for ball 1 to Johnson, who has driven in 2 of Long Island's 3 runs tonight, with a pair of RBI singles to right in the 1st and 3rd inning. Grounded into that weird 3-6, 3-5 double play his last time up. DePaula's 1-0, and Johnson lines one, foul down the right field line. Boy, Johnson has hit the ball hard tonight in all 3 of his at-bats, and now again here. Hit a smash to first his last time up in the 5th, but right at Telvin Nash, who stepped on the bag and then caught Gotay in the rundown. And he was put out first baseman to shortstop to first baseman to third baseman. 3-6, 3-5 in your scorebook. 1-1. Johnson a fly ball in the air to right. Drifting over to his right, Michael Burgess. He'll make the run and catch. So Johnson is retired for the first out here in the 8th. He is now 2 for 4, and with 1 away, that'll bring up Cody Puckett. The numbers on DePaula this season. He has appeared thus far for York in 12 games out of the bullpen and has 1 save, no record of 4.22 ERA, 9 hits in 10 2/3 innings, 5 runs all earned, 6 walks, and just 1 strikeout on the year. First pitch to Puckett is a breaking ball strike over the inside corner. Ducks have action in their bullpen down the left field line, so it looks as though they will call on another reliever in the 8th to take over for Kevin Vance. Here's the 0-1. Kicking the pitch, John Puckett fouls one into the dirt. Puckett has had a tough night tonight. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Tonight it's Puckett, Dowd, and Wessinger, the 5, 6, and 8, and 9 hitters who have yet to reach base. Everybody else has had at least 1 hit in tonight's ball game for the Ducks. Those 3 are combined 0 for 9. Here Puckett swings and foul tips one into the glove of Castillo for his 3rd strikeout of the night. First for DePaula and the 7th for Revolution pitching. And with 2 outs, that is going to leave it up to the catcher and 6 hitter Mike Dowd. So here is Mike Dowd to the plate from the right side to face Julio DePaula. Looks in for the sign, gets the pitch he likes. And his first pitch on the way to Dowd misses outside for ball one. I mentioned DePaula is one of the Revolution players that had made it to the big leagues after pitching with York. He was a member of the Revolution in 2013 and 2014 and then made it up to the big leagues with the Orioles in 2014. Pitch in for a called strike, the count 1-1. Also went from York to the big leagues in a record 11 days during the 2014 season. It's a Revolution record at quickest amount of time from the Atlantic League to the big leagues. Here, a ground ball to the left side. To his left is Pounds. Fields throws to second for the force, and the side is retired. Ducks get the leadoff single from Gotay, but it is wasted. 3 straight retired after him. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And after 7.5, it is York leading the Ducks 7-3.
Hey fans, this is infielder Sean Burrows, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owls party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. To the bottom of the 8th inning as the Ducks trailing by a count of 7-3 in the middle game of this 3-game series. Revolution looking to close out this one in the 9th. First, James Lomangino will come on for the 2nd straight night after retiring all 4 batters that he faced yesterday, striking out 3 of them. And he'll come on here to face Marte, Guzman, and Nash in this bottom of the 8th inning. Kevin Vance, a scoreless inning of relief in the 7th. He gave up 1 hit, but no runs. Did not allow a walk. He did hit a batter, but struck out 2. Ducks pitching with 7 strikeouts tonight. So in the bottom of the 8th inning, Marte will come to the plate for his first at-bat of the game. He took over for Repko as a pinch runner back in the 6th inning. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken outside for ball 1. Marte then went into left field for Repko after the pinch running situation. Here a swing and a miss, cuts right through it to even the count at 1-1. Marte on the season is a .241 hitter in 20 games for the Revolution. 4 homers and 7 runs batted in. This is his first action of the series. Did not play yesterday. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Excellent breaking ball from Lomangino. Got some oohs and ahs from the crowd. And the count 1-2. He's in a crowded outfield right now with Jason Repko in left field, Michael Burgess back in right field, and Travis Witherspoon in center. All 3 pretty good players. Here's the 1-2, and a breaking ball taken down low. And of course, Telvin Nash is at first base tonight. Joel Guzman is the DH. And those 2 often trade whether they play in the field or as the DH. Here comes a 2-2 from Lomangino. Marte takes a fastball low, runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Revolution are looking to give their bullpen a little bit more insurance. There is action down the right field line. I'm not sure if it's Mike DeMark who is their closer, but it is not a safe situation here. And the 3-2 misses low, so Lomangino had gotten ahead, but ends up issuing a leadoff walk. Fourth walk issued by Ducks pitching tonight, and the third walk drawn by the number 2 hitter. Repko had 2 walks in 4 plate appearances, and now Marte works the leadoff walk. So now it'll be Joel Guzman to the plate, who tonight is 2 for 4 with a pair of singles, an RBI, and a run scored. First pitch, and Guzman is swinging a miss for strike 1, was way out in front of it. Guzman will be followed by Nash and then Burgess. Kicking the 0-1. Breaking ball hit on the ground to third. Cody Puckett fields. He'll go to second for 1. The turn to first is in time. Guzman does not run well. A good scoop out of the dirt by Dan Johnson. 5-4-3 around the horn double play. First one turned by the Ducks tonight, and just like that, 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Up to the plate steps Nash, batting from the right side. The first pitch on the way, and he will take a breaking ball down low. Count goes to 1-0 on Nash, who tonight is 1 for 4, but the one hit was another solo home run. The opposite were out over the left center field wall, a line drive bullet that just cleared the fence. And here he hits a high fly ball to deep right center. Back goes Cleary Jr. at the track, at the wall, and you can forget it. Another home run for Telvin Nash, his second of the game, the third homer for York tonight. For Nash, his league-leading 15th of the year, and it's now a 8-3 ball game in favor of York. There goes the cannon out in right center, which has been very active here. 5 home runs thus far in the series for the Revolution. And James Lomangino serves up the deep home run the opposite way to right center. Kevin Baez is going to come out and take the baseball from Lomangino. With Michael Burgess coming up to the plate, he wants a left-hander, so another pitching change here at Peoples Bank Park, where the Ducks trail 8-3.
Coach Marty Jansen, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Northwell Health Southside Hospital in Bayshore is the healthcare heart of our community. We provide outstanding healthcare right here at home with centers of excellence in cardiology, orthopedics, neurosciences, women's health services, and much more. Experience counts.
Today, for fare and scheduling information, please visit FireIslandFerries.com.
8-3 Revolution lead thanks to the second home run of the night for Telvin Nash, his 15th home run of the season, which leads the Atlantic League. Patrick Kreider will come on as Kevin Baez takes the ball from James Lomangino, who was looking to complete a scoreless inning of relief tonight. But he allows the home run after getting the double play ball, and Telvin Nash continuing to victimize the Ducks with his home runs. That is the third that he has hit against Long Island this year. And this just the 5th game between the two. Nash came into the game 5 of 10 against the Ducks. And now with 2 hits and 5 at-bats, he is now 7 of 15. So Long Island behind by 5 now. And up to the plate here steps the man who hit the first of the 3 home runs tonight, Michael Burgess. With that killer of a home run that changed the way the game was going. The Ducks had the early lead. Could have made it bigger, but did not, as Burgess takes a breaking ball low and outside from Kreider for ball 1. And then ultimately, that home run gave the Revolution the lead at 3-1, excuse me, after the Ducks had taken a 1-0 lead. There's a breaking ball in for a strike. Now the count 1-1 now on Burgess, who also has a single, a strikeout, and a flyout to right in this game. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed. Down to the zone. Burgess way out in front. So the count goes to 1-2 as Kreider tries to get the final out of this 8th inning. Kreider thus far has appeared in 25 games for the Ducks, 2-0, a 1.10 ERA on the season. And the 1-2, Burgess a swing and a miss way out in front of the curveball for strike 3. 8th strikeout for Ducks pitching, that'll end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, a solo home run by Telvin Nash. They leave the bases empty. To the 9th inning we go. Revolution will try and close out the win as they lead it 8-3.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Frank DiGiulio, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Municipal Credit Union is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Ducks. For 100 years, MCU has helped New Yorkers achieve their goals with competitive financial products and services. Meet your important or unexpected needs with an MCU personal loan. Whether it's the cost of moving, a family vacation, or even home repairs, an MCU personal loan is a simple solution. To learn more about how an MCU personal loan can work for you, visit nymcu.org today. MCU, celebrating 100 years of service.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 23 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and so much more. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
To the 9th inning we go. Ducks looking at a second straight defeat to the Revs and a 4th defeat in 5 meetings between the two teams this year. Ricardo Gomez, who closed out the game last night with a scoreless 9th inning striking out the side, will come on looking to do the same again here tonight. And will be facing the bottom 3 in the order for the Ducks. It will be Blank, Vega, and Wessinger coming up to the plate. And another tough night for Long Island's offense. They have managed just 3 runs in the game despite accruing 9 hits. Revolution have collected 8. A game in which the Ducks scored single runs in 3 innings, but have been unable in this series to put a crooked number on the scoreboard for runs in an inning. And the Revolution looking to take 2 straight to start this series and give themselves a chance at a sweep tomorrow. They're certainly doing their part here in this series to try and get that first half Freedom Division title. Meanwhile, for the Ducks, they are hoping that the Bees will find a way to make a miraculous comeback, but they trail right now 9-2 in the 9th inning against Somerset at New Britain Stadium. And a loss by New Britain and a loss by the Ducks would mean Somerset takes a 2-game lead over Long Island. First pitch to Blake T. Cody, missed for ball 1. T. Cody pinch hitting here for Mike Blank in the 9th inning to put up a lefty against the righty. Fastball here misses again. And Gomez now behind at 2-0. T. Cody played yesterday and was 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch. Struck out against Gomez when he faced him last night. 2-0 there is low again. And so T. Cody has gotten ahead in the count at 3 balls and no strikes. Pitch on the way, and that's outside, ball 4. So Blake T. Cody comes in as the pinch hitter and works a 4-pitch walk, the second issued by the Revolution tonight. It's a Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. That's how you get a rally started, with a runner on. So the leadoff man is on for the Ducks here in the 9th inning, and Anthony Vega will now step up to the plate. Carlos Hughes has come out into the on-deck circle as a pinch hitter for Matt Wessinger. First pitch to Vega is in for a called strike. Nothing at 1 on Vega, who tonight is 1 for 3 with a solo home run he hit out to left center field back in the 4th inning. Now the 0-1. Vega takes a breaking ball and misses low and inside. Evens the count at 1-1 for Gomez. He has been very good for York this year. No record is 0.89 ERA in 21 games out of the bullpen. This obviously not a safe situation. 1-1. Fastball outside corner at the knees for a strike. 1-2. Gomez in 20 1/3 innings has given up 15 hits, 5 runs, 2 of them earned, 8 walks to 23 strikeouts. Now the 1-2. And Vega takes off the outside corner for ball 2. Infield plays straight away. Third baseman a little bit further off the bag with Vega, the lefty at the plate. And the 2-2. Fastball up high. Good eye from Vegas. The Ducks being patient here with Gomez. The 3-2 count. We'll see if they put T. Cody in motion at all. Vega trying to draw a walk and put back-to-back runners on to start off this 9th inning against Ricardo Gomez. Payoff pitch on the way. T. Cody does not go, and Vega takes a called strike 3 over the inside corner. So a 3-2 pitch. Vega was hoping for ball 4, but Gomez paints the inside corner with a fastball. First strikeout for Gomez, the 8th for Revolution pitching, and there's the first out. So with the 1 away, that'll bring up the pinch hitter for the Ducks, Carlos Hughes. He takes over as the pinch hitter here for Matt Wessinger in the 9th inning. First pitch is inside and low for a ball. It got past the catcher Castillo, but no issue as the runner at first, T. Cody, did not take off for second. So the count 1-0 on Hughes, who thus far has played in a few games for Long Island. 4 total, and is 2 of 8 at the plate with a couple runs. Takes a strike here, and leaving up the count at 1-1. Hughes pinch ran in that Sunday game and scored the tying run, and then Lentini came around with the winning run when the throw at first got away. 1-1, takes a fastball up high and outside for ball 2. Continuing to see some flashes of lightning out behind the outfield wall, but it seems like most of that is off in the distance and not really threatening to us here. So 2-1 on Hughes as T. Cody leads at first with 1 out. The 2-1 from Gomez. Hughes swings, pops one up, foul, third base side, racing towards the stands. Brian Pounds on the warning track, and the Ducks bullpen cannot come up with it. It actually landed in the field of play, but behind Pounds, right near the Ducks bullpen bench. So the count is even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, and Hughes still alive at home plate. Ducks will send right-hander John Brownell to the mound tomorrow in the series finale. And the Revolution will counter with lefty Frank Gailey. 2-2 pitch, and Hughes swings and fouls it over the screen back behind the plate. Just off to the third base side. So he stays alive and will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Phelan Lentini waiting in the on-deck circle, barring a double play. He will come to the plate here in this 9th inning. And the 2-2 pitch, swinging a tapper foul again, back behind the plate. Fights off another to stay alive. And it'll be another 2-ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. Gomez looks in for the sign from Castillo. Gets the pitch he likes. T. Cody takes his lead off first, a 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hughes cuts through the high fastball. Second strikeout for Gomez, and the Ducks down to their final out here on this Tuesday night. So 2 away. And the last hope for Long Island will be Phelan Lentini, who will step up to the plate to bat from the right side. Lentini with 2 hits in 3 at-bats tonight with a run scored, and also was hit by a pitch. Second straight multi-hit game for him. Was 2 for 4 yesterday with 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 stolen bases. First pitch here is a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Lentini leads the Atlantic League with 46 runs after his run earlier tonight. He had led the league before that, but that just adding to his total. 0-1. Fastball missing low and outside. Even up the count, add a ball and a strike. Gomez looking to strike out the side in the 9th inning while allowing a base runner for the 2nd straight night. Yeah, giving up a single to Mike Blank last night, but struck out the other 3 hitters he faced. The 1-1. Lentini takes a breaking ball, then misses low and outside. Now 2-1 on the Ducks leadoff hitter. Gomez set, kicks and fires. Lentini swings, pops this one up in the air to shallow right center field. Out goes Rocket, in comes Burgess. Burgess makes the catch. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks fall to the York Revolution tonight by a final count of 8-3. We'll await the cannon. There it goes, celebrating the Revolution victory. So Long Island falls for the 2nd straight night here in York, 4th time in 5 meetings this year here in southern Pennsylvania to the Revolution. And they will try and salvage the finale of the series tomorrow against these Revs. Don't go anywhere. Post-game shows coming up next. We'll recap this one and hand out the Player of the Game award.
Hey fans, this is Todd Coffey, right-handed pitcher, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ducks Baseball.
James Simmons is going back. He is looking up, and on Park in the Park Night, that one is gone and reaches a kennel in Central Islip.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
So the Ducks fall tonight by a final count of 8-3 in York, Pennsylvania. Revolution have taken 2 straight from Long Island. The Ducks, for the moment, are now a game and a half back in the Liberty Division standings. Somerset leads right now 10-2, bottom half of the 9th inning. And that game has just gone final, so Somerset has won tonight over New Brittany, even that series up. Long Island now sits 2 games in back of the Patriots in the Liberty Division. Almost like it's 3 games, considering Somerset has the head-to-head tiebreaker. The Ducks now with just 12 games to go need to start turning things around in a hurry. Their struggles continue on the road. They are now 11-17 away from Bethpage Ballpark compared to 21-9 at home. And the Ducks will have to find a way to salvage the finale of this series tomorrow. They get some positive vibes before they head over to Bridgeport to take on the crosstown rival Bluefish. Recapping this game, Ducks were able to take the early lead again like they did in last night's game. They got a run in the first inning, but again could not get more. A single by Lentini, a sac bunt moved him to second, a wild pitch advanced him on to third base, and then after a walk to Ruben Gota that put runners at the corners with 1 out, Dan Johnson an RBI single to right that scored Lentini. Johnson's second RBI of the series gave the Ducks a 1-0 lead. Again, the Ducks had runners at first and third with 1 out. But their 5-hitter Cody Puckett struck out swinging against Matt Neal, and Mike Dowd then would pop out to second to end the ball game, or end the inning, excuse me. And York had given up just 1 run in the inning, and the Ducks had the 1-0 lead. Mark Blackmore, who is the Atlantic League ERA leader entering tonight, came out for the bottom of the first inning and gave up a leadoff single to Travis Witherspoon. Blackmore then balked, something that he did not realize or understand what he did, and it seemed to throw him off as it moved the runner to second base. A wild pitch then would advance Witherspoon to third. And Jason Repko would end up drawing a walk. So all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out for the Revolution. But Blackmar would come back to strike out Guzman, strike out Nash, and got to 2 strikes on Michael Burgess. But after Burgess fouled off several pitches, Blackmar hung a breaking ball over the plate, and Burgess hit it out onto the picnic tables in right for a 3-run home run, a killer of a home run to give up, leading by 1, and with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the inning after getting back-to-back strikeouts, and so York had a 3-1 lead. Either side scored in the second. In the third inning, the Ducks were able to get back within 1. When Delta Cleary Jr. singled, moved to second on a groundout, and scored on another RBI base hit to right by Dan Johnson. So that made it 3-2, the tying run at first with 1 out, but Puckett struck out, Dowd struck out to end anything further. And then Blackmar again struggling in the third inning after a 1-2-3 second inning. 8 men came to the plate in the third for York, and they totaled 4 hits in the inning along with a walk, RBI single in the inning from Joel Guzman, and a bases loaded walk to Keith Castillo, bringing in the 2 runs. And so now all of a sudden the Ducks were down by 3 at 5-2. In the fourth, they closed again to within 1 on a solo home, within 2, a solo homer to left center with 1 out by Anthony Vega. His 3rd home run of the year made it a 5-3 game, but they could not pull any closer despite getting a 2-out hit by pitch of Valentini or a leadoff single in the 5th by Ruben Gotay. And then in the bottom of the 5th inning, Telvin Nash opened the 5th with his 14th home run of the year, a solo blast to left center. And then with 2 outs, Castillo doubled to center. Josh Wilson followed with an RBI single to left to end the night for Mark Blackmar after he had allowed another single to Rocket, but Wilson thrown out going from first to third. Ultimately, though, 2 more runs on 4 more hits. Blackmar allowed 7 runs on 10 hits in 5 innings. Second straight rough start for a starter after 11 straight good ones by Ducks starting pitching. And Long Island was down at that point 7-3. The offense for the Ducks scoreless over their final 5 innings at the plate. And in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, managed just 2 singles and a walk. The Ducks in the game had a total of 9 hits, but only 1 for extra bases. The solo home run by Anthony Vega and a second solo homer by Telvin Nash with 2 outs in the 8th rounded out the scoring as the Revolution came away with the 8-3 victory. Final totals from tonight's game for the York Revolution. They finished with 8 runs on 13 hits, no errors, left 9 men on base for the Ducks, 3 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. They left a total of 7 on base. The winning pitcher, Matt Neal, with 5 innings of 3-run balls, 7 hits and a walk with 5 strikeouts, improves to 2-0. Mark Blackmar, the loss, fell to 4-2. We mentioned 7 runs, 10 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. And no save in the game, which took a grand total of 2 hours and 57 minutes. We have not gotten in an attendance, but we will try and get one for you as soon as possible. As for tonight's player of the game, we are going to give it to Telvin Nash and Michael Burgess, co-players of the game. Nash with 2 home runs on the night, Burgess with 2 hits, including that big 3-run home run that changed the complexion of the game early in the bottom of the first after the Ducks had a 1-0 lead and Blackmar nearly got out of a first and third no-out jam. His home run put the Revolution up for good, so Burgess and Nash will share tonight's player of the game honors. Take one more break when we come back to the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we'll wrap things up tonight from Peoples Bank Park.
Hey fans, this is infielder Matt Wessinger, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball.
Long Island's Ford Giant is bigger and better than ever. Sayville Ford celebrating the grand opening of their new state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's grand opening celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's grand opening savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at Peoples Bank Park, one final time. Long Island Ducks falling tonight by a final count of 8-3 in the middle game of this 3-game set. Series will wrap up for the Ducks tomorrow evening at 6:30. More on the pitching matchup in a moment. First, the out-of-town scoreboard. It really was not a good day for the Ducks. It was a great day for the York Revolution. Somerset Patriots defeating the New Britain Bees 10-2 tonight in New Britain. So Somerset now leads Long Island by 2 games in the Liberty Division standings. Sean Garceau, the win, improved to 1-1. Sean Gleason, the loss in relief, dropped to 2-3. Bees and the Patriots were tied up at 2. But a 7-run 7th inning did the Bees in tonight. No save in that one in the home run department. Carlos Guzman hit his 6th of the year for the Patriots, ended up driving in 4 more runs. Eric Farris had 2 RBIs as well. And so the Patriots defeating the Bees by a count of 10-2. Meanwhile, the Revolution, obviously they get their win here tonight. Earlier today, the Skeeters, who entered the day just 2 games behind the Revolution in the Freedom Division standings. Skeeters losing 6-5. The winning pitcher in Sugarland was Brian Grenning, who improved to 3-1. Zach Zinicola, the loss, fell to 1-2. Both of those guys relievers. Michael Snyder had his 12th home run of the season for Southern Maryland and 3 hits. Travis Scott hit his 9th of the year for Sugarland. He had 2 hits. And so Southern Maryland comes away with the win over Sugarland. So now the Skeeters are 3 in back of the Revolution. And right now in Bridgeport, it is the Bluefish leading the Barnstormers by a count of 6-1 in the top of the 9th inning. Connor Root started for Lancaster. Justin Jackson was most recently in. For Bridgeport, Blake Bevan started, and R.J. Hively has since taken over. So if Bridgeport gets that win, Lancaster would fall to 3.5 back, and York would be up in the division by 3 games with 12 to go in the first half, and a somewhat comfortable lead for them. But obviously some big games to go, including the final 3 for them in the half against the Barnstormers. Meanwhile, at Yankee Stadium, they're at the 7th inning stretch. Rockies have an 8-4 lead over the Yankees. Charlie Blackmon has had a big night with 2 home runs. Nolan Arenado also hit 1. For Arenado, his 21st. For Blackmon, his 9th and his 10th. Meanwhile, for the Yankees, they've gotten RBIs from Rodriguez and Gregorius, but that has been it. Ivan Nova started for the Yankees. Nick Goody is now in. Chad Bettis started for the Rockies. He is also still pitching. Mets and the Royals playing at Citi Field. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Mets have a 2-1 lead. Starting for the Mets tonight was Bartolo Colon, but he was taken out after throwing just 4 pitches. Hansel Robles has since come on in relief. Ian Kennedy started for the Kansas City Royals. Dylan G., the former Met, has since come in. Home runs in the game for the Mets from Asdrubal Cabrera, his 7th, Yoenis Cespedes, his 18th, and an RBI thus far for Kansas City coming off the bat of Brett Eibner. So it's 2-1 Mets there in a rematch of the World Series. As for Team USA, they are currently trailing 2-0 right now in Houston against Argentina. Early on, it was Ezekiel Lavezzi scoring in the 3rd minute. And Argentina has just scored another. Cannot tell who it was that scored it. But Argentina has since scored a 2nd goal. And they now lead it 2-0 with the winner of that match advancing to the final at MetLife Stadium on Sunday. So USA has got some work to do there in Copa America. This series will conclude tomorrow here at Peoples Bank Park. Ducks will look to try and get a win to salvage the finale, and they'll send right-hander John Brownell to the mound, trying to end this streak now of 2 straight starts where Duck starter did not pitch very well after they had gone 11 straight allowing 4 runs or less, and only one of those games allowing 4 runs. Brownell is 4-2 on the year with a 3.08 ERA, and again, a win for him would move him into sole possession of first place on the Ducks' all-time wins list. He'll be opposing Frank Gailey, a lefty for York, who has gone 2-0 thus far this season with a 1.95 ERA. He has pitched well, but Gailey has made 9 appearances this year, just 3 starts, so he is still getting stretched out. But either way, Revolution will turn to him to try and get the sweep of this series, and the Ducks' offense, averaging just over 3 runs a game in their last 9 contests, needs to find a way to try and get the offense going and come away with a win here to salvage the finale tomorrow night. That's going to do it for us tonight here at Peoples Bank Park. Once again, the final score was the Revolution defeating the Ducks by a final count of 8-3. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow night when these 2 teams close out the 3-game set. Pre-game show is going to begin at 6:15, first pitch at 6:30. And again, you can follow all the action right here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, and online as well at liducks.com. My name is Michael Pollock. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday night with me. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. We'll do it all over again on Wednesday evening here in York. Good night and so long from Peoples Bank Park.